What is going on, Casually FC? Welcome to another installment of the match review for Brighton 1, Chelsea 2. Believe it or not, ladies and gents, we just won 4 games in the Premier League in a row. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Listen, we're going to talk about the result. We're going to talk about the match itself. But before we do, I am here accompanied by Real Chicken Nugget Chris and Oliver Twist. Sorry we're late. We're waiting for people to come up and show up, but it looks like everyone else is going to be late, so blame them for being late. But before we go ahead and start, ladies and gents, you already know what to do. Smash that like button for Chelsea to potentially... Hey, I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. I am going to have a beer, though. For potentially getting into Europa. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I butchered that. That's not how it goes. But
nah, you need Ahmed.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I forget how it goes. Sorry, guys. Smash the like button for me bottling. Thank you.
Oh.
Me bottling the Europa, League.
That was for Europa League. I thought something else.
We
Yeah,
are so ready
I was
for this
trying.
competition, aren't we?
I mentally, I'm not, clearly, because I'm not even used to the goddamn theme that I don't even know it by heart. Also,
Hey, that's 'cause we're elite, bro.
Exactly. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
We're fucking elite club, bro.
Hey,
We're
you
elite.
read that. You read that.
Yes. So be sure to subscribe as well, because we're on our way to 3K. We're close to 2.7. So, hey, get us over the line. We're going to get really close to that 3K mark. And before you know it, we're going to have a nice, awesome party here on the Casually FC stream. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description below for more content. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on everything we're going to be discussing today, including the result of the match, obviously. And last but not least, check out the memberships, because we have 4, not 1, not 2, 4 different tiers of memberships that come with their own perks individually. But yeah, ladies and gents, in Casually FC fashion, we're going to go over the quick summary of the game, and then we're going to talk about the game in more detail. So, quick summary of the match. Pretty much a very similar lineup to what we saw against Nottingham Forest. Wow, it took me, I was about to say Sheffield, but it took me a little bit to get that name out. Nottingham Forest minus Malagusto, who is now in the side and taking the place of Chalobah, essentially.
No,
But Chalobah then shifted over. Yeah, and then it took Silva's place. So, yeah, a little bit of a mixing and changing in the back line, but for the most part, the front stayed the same. Overall, same lineup. So, we go into the match, and the scoreline is broken by Cole Palmer with a lovely goal from him. Another one to his tally for the season. Good goal from him. It came from a left-sided cross from Cucurella, who didn't... I don't know if he was really aiming at anyone, but, you know, Cole Palmer got in front of it, whipped it in, and deflected it into the... headed it into the goal, giving us the lead. And then we go into the second half. Finished the first half a little lackluster, but and you know what? This was a very, very aggressive match. I'll say that... to say the least. We'll be talking about the refereeing very shortly. But going into the second half, we see Christopher Nkunku, who came on for a Mikala Mudryk, who had to come off for a concussion. Also another one that we're going to be discussing. And a lovely grounded cross into the box from Malagusto, and Nkunku just puts it away in very finisher-esque, striker style. You love to see that. A goal is a goal. It's a tap-in, whatever you want to call it. But, hey, we don't get that many of those very often anymore. You would think we'd score a lot more of those, but we don't. So, Nkunku gives us a 2-0 lead. We're leading comfortably. And, unfortunately, which we will also talk... We're going to talk about a lot of things today, guys. Unfortunately, hot-tempered Reece James gets himself sent off in the 88th minute, jeopardizing what could be the lead for us. And you are now 10 men down to a Brighton. And Danny Welbeck. Heard Real Chris in the Discord saying, "Oh, we won, and he scored on his head top. And luckily, we told Chris to shut the fuck up, and he did, and we were able to see the game out 2-1. So that being said, ladies and gents, that's a summary of the game. We get another win. Brighton have not defeated us at all this season. Not in the preseason. Not in the first leg where it was at Stamford Bridge. Not in the FA Cup, I believe. That's where we faced them as well. And,
Carabao.
Oh, was it
Carabao. Okay, I thought it was FA Cup. And not in at the Amex, right? The Amex Stadium Arena. What was it called?
Yeah, that's today.
Yeah, something like that. Who cares?
Prime's downfall last a few days.
Fuck these Brighton fucks, man. Because this game, I'll be honest with you, if we didn't have a rivalry, we fucking do now. Because this game was so chaotic in terms of like fouls and players just getting hurt and going back and forth. It was an odd game for me to enjoy simply because like there were so many things going on. How Terry Lamptey doesn't get sent off is beyond me. Reece James gets sent off justifiably so. Why he reacted that way, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we get a win. That's nice. Now we are in Europa. Right, if we finish in 6th, we are in Europa. All we need to do is win our next game. No, all we need to do is draw our next game, I believe. And we are set. Let me just double check to make sure I'm not waffling.
We also need City to win the FA Cup.
That is true. We need City to win the FA Cup. And we need minimum a draw and City to win the FA Cup. So, listen, 4 good results. Chelsea are unbeaten since Arsenal. Actually, Chelsea's only defeats are Arsenal and Liverpool and Wolves in the new year. I mean,
a whole lot of draws.
Whole lot of draws. But listen, the form's turned around. I'm happy to say that. Considering the options we have out there, I don't think... And we got in 6th place, right?
Yeah, that's a good day.
If we finish in 6th in Europa, like I had predicted, and we did do a trophy run, like we were close to getting a trophy this season. I think I'm willing to get Poch next season, but we got to finish it off. If we lose next game and Newcastle win, then fuck off. Fuck off. Quickly, immediately, indubitably, pack your bags and fuck off. You bottled it again. So all you need is a draw. All he needs is a draw. And I give him next season. I'm not Pochin, but I give him next season. But go ahead, Chris. Tell us about the game, man. Go ahead.
There's a couple of things I can talk about, like not the injury, the red card, but I will talk about that afterwards as well.
Talk about the game first, and then we'll get to the card.
I was gonna say, man, De Zerbi, you want? Who's the Chelsea fans who want De Zerbi, man? You're 0-4 against Poch.
Fuck that shit.
Exactly. I don't want that De Zerbi manager. If you're 0-4 against Poch, this great shit manager, nah, we're not having De Zerbi at this club. I do not want that guy. But like you say, it's predictable now. I think we're Brighton and Chelsea, man. We're still all their players, we're still their managers, their coaches, and we keep beating them now. But it was a comfortable game, I felt, until the red card. I felt like the game was a comfortable game. First off, completely domination, right? They did absolutely nothing. We was the one creating chances. Our midfield was solid. Caicedo was very good.
Caicedo's been so brilliant lately.
Yeah, the last, 7-8 games, he's been unreal, I think. He's very good. I thought that midfield, he's winning everything. His passing was great. Cucurella too. I thought he's maybe man of the match today for me because his tackling was great. He got a nice assist to Cole Palmer's header. And that header was clean. It was cold. It was a
really good goal.
It was a great header. I didn't know Cole Palmer had those type of headers in him, but I think he has it all right now. He can score any
Paul in the chat for you guys.
Man of the match.
Sorry.
I thought Cucurella was my man of the match today as well. I will say, he was good going defensively and good going forward. I thought he did everything right today. Jackson, I felt like Jackson was another type of Jackson frustrating performance. He did good things on the ball and stuff like that, but he also did bad things where he tried taking around the keeper and he had a heavy touch, and that cost him a goal. He could have got his 15th goal today. No, he didn't score today. No, he didn't. It was Nkunku. So he missed out on his goal today. He needs to try to get that 15th on the final day, I guess, for Ahmed's sake, I think. But yeah, like he was good. I thought Madueke. I thought he's all right again today. I thought Madueke didn't do a whole lot wrong. He was getting like tripled men at one point. I saw they do try to like shut him out because he's probably our best on the ball on that ball anyway. Because there's no many else who can do like him. Yeah. Again, as well with Mudryk, he got taken off at 44 minutes. There's not a whole lot. Yeah, I saw that before. Mudryk only played 40 minutes. He got concussed, right?
30-something minutes, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can say about him.
He was looking good too. He was looking more effective than Nani Madueke.
I think Lamptey saw that and he took him out, man. How he didn't get sent off, don't know because that looked worse than Reece. I'm going to talk about the red cards, but that looked worse than Reece James, by the way, because I'd actually missed that because I was getting food or something. And that's disgraceful. This is why I don't like VAR. I like it because it can get correct results, but this is why I don't like it because it shows the consistency level of VAR. Why not give that a red card, but Reece James a red card? Reece James was a red card.
But you know it's not VAR, right?
It's the people. Of course. VAR.
Yeah.
People fuck it up for VAR because VAR could be a beautiful thing, a consistent thing, but it's not. And I don't know what goes for the head. Say, oh, that's not a red card. He literally not. He did worse than what Reece James did. He literally knocked him out basically, and he's concussed, and he had to be taken off. Let that sink in with his elbow. It was disgraceful how VAR didn't see that anyway. So, what Reece James did, I think, is a little bit smart. He doesn't have to play for the Euros under Southgate now. He can avoid all that because Southgate ain't gonna pick him. He's just gonna leave him out now because he's barely showed any minutes this season. But okay, in all fairness, it was stupid.
But in all fairness, he picked Maguire for the Euros, and Maguire hadn't played at all, or not the Euros, the qualifiers or the international.
He
break.
doesn't rate James though.
Yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't.
Not above Kyle Walker.
Yeah, so this is why he might just use Trent instead.
Kyle Walker's washed. Like I'm not defending Southgate. I'm just telling you how he's thinking. Kyle Walker may be washed to us, but to Southgate, he's just fine.
I mean, since we're bringing it up, right? And Chris, did you finish your summary of the game pretty much?
I'm obviously a big Reece James fan, but I don't know what the fuck is he doing, man. It's so stupid. I don't know if
you're not a Reece James fan.
In his head, he just forgot for a second there's VAR. I don't know.
You're not a Reece James fan.
He's my favorite player, Marshall.
You're a Reece James glazer. That's what you are. Got.
I mean, he is one of the most talented players, man, or the most talented player, man, we got. So, but it just annoys me about him why he did that today.
Obviously. This is the play that we're discussing. At first, I was like wondering what the fuck happened. Like, did Mauricio Pochettino slide in and some shit and do something? But
no.
Reece knew exactly what the fuck he was doing, and for him to do this. And especially when he has bandages wrapped around his knee, like he already has a knee issue going on. For him to do that, it's not a good look.
Maybe Reece can't bend that long. It hurts his knees.
Oh, shut up.
I don't know, man. Like you got to stretch your legs.
No, it's just he's aggressive. He's an aggressive character. He needs to learn how to control his fucking temper, because it won't be the last time he gets sent off like this. I promise you that. I promise you. He has a temper problem.
I don't think he's gonna do something stupid like that again. Kick out. Because he needs to just hold it.
He's done stupid shit like this before. I just can't remember off the top of my head who he's done it to.
Not like kick out, I don't think.
Not kick out, but lash out or like elbow, and like he's done it.
I think he's done an elbow somewhere once, but I don't know why Reece did it. Did he not want to play under Poch no more? Like he's already had enough. Like he's saying, it's time to call it a season, and next season, the start of the season. Because I don't know how many games he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss 4 or 3 for sure, probably.
Apparently he's gonna miss the next game and the 3 of next season. That's what's being rumored around.
I mean, this is why we brought another backup, because Reece James.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy? I hate to say this. I hate to fucking say this. Christian Romero actually has more composure with his temper than fucking Reece James.
I don't think that is the case. I think Romero just gets away with a lot more somehow.
Romero got sent off once.
Yeah, but he
this
gets
season.
away with. You know how much shit he gets away with? He just gets away with it.
Reece James didn't get away with it twice this season.
I think it's the color.
Chris,
man. Like,
you know I'm right.
I'm
right.
They see Romero, man, so he can't do nothing wrong, man. They see Reece James, yeah, like automatically a red card, man. Allegations against VAR, man. Are they racist or something? Like Romero is a dirty cunt. Let's not like pretend he isn't a dirty cunt. Romero is a dirty cunt. He should be sent off twice for Chelsea. No, Marshall. When against Chelsea, right, the first game, he should be
that's
sent
Chelsea.
off twice.
That's Chelsea. But we're looking overall season.
I'm
like
not being
Romero's
serious with the
been.
racism thing, you know me, but he does get away with stuff. He's done some dirty fouls, right, Romero, and he's gotten away with it. I'm not saying he's done the kick out things, I don't think, but I don't watch Tottenham.
How about this? Will you accept this answer?
Romero is like cost. Yes, he is. I fully agree. And the thing is, I would like a Romero type of player, by the way, because he winds up his attackers and all that, and he does shit like that. I mean, yeah, Reece does it. Plain and stupid. Yeah, I agree.
JC, no, JC. Because look, at this angle right here, he could have just kept. The player wasn't falling on him. He could have just kept his legs.
You can't push someone with your studs.
That's look, true, at this point, he's running past them. Yes, I understand. Like, listen. I understand that this is a foul, right? Obviously, it's a foul on João Pedro. But he runs past him, and he has his legs tucked in, and he knows what he's doing. And even worse, he's doing it right in front of the Zerbi. Like the Zerbi, lick my fucking balls. Like, fucking look at me, do this to your player. Like, it's not. Let's just stop making excuses, guys.
That's the face
Reece James has horrible temper issues, and he got caught. He got caught this time.
He definitely got caught. I'm a little bit annoyed because I want him to play more minutes in the Bournemouth game because he's a great player and he's going to miss start next season. That's probably the most annoying part. I don't know what's happened to Marshall, but that's the most annoying part about losing Reece James is next season. Because this season, yes, it matters now because we're competing for top 6. But and this is another good thing, by the way. Gusto is our backup. Gusto is our backup, so now we know we got a good fullback. The backup, whatever happens to Reece James. And Reece James,
he learns. He's 24, 23.
He's 24. He's 24, I think. I'm not looking at his age or nothing, but I think he's 24. But I don't know. I don't know why Reece did it. There's no. Unless he just got pissed off because people were taking him out too often, and he's got bad knees, he's got bad hamstrings, he's just came back from surgery, he's just like, fuck you. But you just got to calm your temper down. It doesn't matter what they do. The referee, let the referee do its job, hopefully, do a consistent job and do give the foul and shit. And I'm pretty sure he's about to give the foul, but Reece, what he did, change it to a red card. He's an idiot for it. I can't defend it still. I can't defend shit like that. He's not the only one who does this type of shit, but it's no difference, man. You're an idiot for that. And you fucked yourself for next season, the start of next season. You can't play it. Pre-season, you're probably going to be barely used for it. It's probably going to be more Gusto maybe because of it.
No, James will get used.
No, I'm not saying he's not going to get used in pre-season, but I think Gusto's going to have more minutes maybe for the start of the season, right? Because Reece can't play.
That would be wise.
Yes, that would be wise. All right, Prime? You good?
You're gonna have to hold that now.
I mean, I've already called him an idiot for it. I will say it doesn't matter today, though. We got the win. If we didn't get the win and we got the draw, it would have been fully on Reece because they had so much more on the ball because we had 10 men. And that's how you play against 10 men, by the way, Chelsea. That's how you play against 10 men. Actually go and score a goal and actually look threatening. Not fucking half-ass it and fucking pass it around or let Brighton have the possession. No. That's how you do it, Chelsea, man. That's how you do it. Not fucking use it to your advantage, man. They almost got a 2-2 result. They could have got it.
My downfall lasted 3 days.
Yeah. Your downfall lasted 3 days, man.
Hold that, Prime. Reece James back from injury, getting an assist. Hold that.
He's had enough of the abuse, Prime. Everyone calling him fat. He wants no part of Chelsea.
Yeah, that's why he kicked out and got sent off. Interesting.
Yeah.
See, if I treated you guys the way you guys treat me, I would be slating you guys, and James, but I'm not going to. But
What
Chris,
do you
you
mean, you
continue what you were
guys?
saying, and I'll.
What do you mean, you guys?
Yeah, you're better than that Prime.
Don't
listen,
include
Marshall,
me
the
in
shoe
that
fits.
conversation. I didn't do shit.
I'm not. I didn't put you in that conversation, but the shoe fits.
You said
But
you
anyway.
guys. You didn't specify. You didn't call me out by name. You didn't call out Christopher over there,
I
the
did
false
call out
Christopher by
It's not
name.
about the comments a lot of times.
Christopher,
I did call
the
out-
Reece Glaze,
I did call out
James
Chris.
Glazer,
I did call out
the
Chris. I did
Glees
call out Chris.
Glazer.
I did
Yeah.
call out Chris, but anyway, Chris, continue what you were saying, and then I'll speak. because-
No, I've
Continue
already,
your
I've,
waffle, Chris.
I've already literally said what I said about Reece. Like, literally nothing else to say. I've literally
Okay.
spent probably like 3 minutes on his ass.
Okay. The game, or you don't want to speak on the VAR incident, Marshall? Which one?
It's really we're talking on this really now.
Yeah,
Oh,
We'll talk more about the game.
you
After.
can talk about it as well.
where? Let me get the stats.
Oh my. You tell me you didn't have the stats already up. I'm disappointed.
No,
in
'cause
you.
like you, Chris, I'm not on the agendas. But anyway, listen.
Huh?
If I was like you guys, I'd be on Reese's neck right now. I could be shameless, be celebrating. I could be tweeting out abuse and whatever. But you know what? I didn't. When Reece got sent off, I tweeted, "You know what, Chelsea? Let's hang in and get the win." Then I'm getting replies like, "Prime's gonna be shameless. Prime, your downfall only lasted 3 days. Oh, Prime, your agenda is gonna start again." I didn't say anything about Reece, but people wanted to tar me with the brush. Listen, he got the tackle. I kind of get why he lashed.
Wait, you say you kind of
because
get away last
Reece has
out?
been dealing, and that could have been, another potentially bad injury. So I kind of get why he lashed out. However, Reece cannot be doing that. That's 2 red cards now this season. He has played 419 minutes. He has joined top most red cards. You are Chelsea captain. You cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing that. But I'm not going to get onto him because you know what? We saw the game out. We defended ball. We dug in. We saw even with the Welbeck goal near the end, Chelsea didn't drop like we have done so many times this season. We still hung in and we still got the win. So from that perspective, cool. I'm happy. I don't really care. The red card is what it is. I don't really care. I don't think it's that much of a big talking point because we won and because we actually called out. And yeah, that's just me, bro. Just me being completely honest. No agendas. Remember, like I said,
go ahead,
last
Chris.
year,
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, you just remind me about how we dug in and everything. I think that's down to Poch as well, and the substitutions he made really quickly from a red card reactive. We had to dug in and like sit back and defend for our lives because we're down to 10 men. So that's credit to Poch as well. I want to point out. I'm gonna give Poch credit. A bit of credit, even how bad he's been this season.
You can give Poch credit if you want for that, for whatever. I don't really, care. But
Yeah.
it's Brighton. It's Brighton. Like, we should be able to beat Chelsea. Chelsea were not that good today. You were average at best. But Chelsea, we are a big club, and we should be able to be average and still beat Brighton. I don't have the same gas people have about Brighton. They are another Southampton type. They're another Leicester type. They'll have a good few seasons and then they'll get relegated again eventually when this selling youth model runs out. Because it always does. Always has its time. But whatever. We won. Cool. We move on. Next game. Win the next game. Because that's the thing. Win the next game. Maybe Spurs lose. We finish 5th. Is what it is. Good end to the season. Yeah, the red card for me is not like that deep. What Reece did earlier in the season, getting sent off when he knew he was already on the yellow, that's stupid. But this one, I don't really care about.
So
Yeah.
Okay, let's I do want to bring in the Lamptey situation into this.
Yeah.
Because what I don't like, right? I agree. This is a red card through and through. I think we've made that obvious. You can't be doing this, especially as a captain. As captain, you need to keep your composure. Like right now, and I'm glad he didn't start. I was afraid he was going to start. I don't want him to start. And I'm glad he's involved in the games, but not starting. But in times like this one right now, where we need to get at least a draw our next game to have a chance to qualify, because it's still up in the air whether or not United are going to beat City in the FA Cup. If that happens, then we're fucked. But assuming, City get the win, which most of us think they will, Reece James needs to be available for that last game because his substitution is helpful. He's impactful. He can't be doing this shit. He really needs to stop because this is the second time now. This is the second time this season.
This season, yeah.
Marshall,
Yeah,
for me, it's not even about the fact that he's the captain. The bigger thing for me is that you're an injury-prone player on a bumper contract, and in situations like this, you're doing it to yourself. I don't blame him for injuries, but when you're literally self-inflicting, not being able to play games, like, you've just got to hold that, my friend. You've got to hold the smoke that people are going to give you.
And you know what?
It's not good enough.
Oliver, on that too, in the same notion as well, you want me to feel sympathy for you for not being available to play games. You want me to feel sympathy for you for saying that your mental health takes, a toll when you're not on the pitch and available to play games. Yet you do stupid shit like this. Like, let's not pretend like we haven't seen Reece do aggressive things on the pitch before. This isn't the first time. It's not the last time. He's been like this. That's a part of his character in his game that if Mauricio Pochettino stays, I hope he gets it out of him. Kind of like how with Jackson. Well, here's the thing. Kind of like with Jackson, because I will give Pochettino credit for one thing. There are certain characteristics of the players that he's actually managed. So with Jackson is a prime example. Since AFCON, since acquiring all those cards, Jackson has been a little smarter when it comes to the yellow cards now. And I got to give Pochettino credit for, I guess, having a conversation with Jackson and getting that out of him. With Reece James, this aggressiveness needs to be instilled out of him. Because especially if you're going to be the captain, and you're going to be one of the most influential players in our team, you need to be available. And I'm not going to feel sympathy for you when you're doing this type of shit and you're telling me, but my mental health and I went to a really dark place when I couldn't play. Like, bro, you're now doing this to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I hear it, but look at how many, I can't believe I'm the guy defending him. Look at how many cards we have picked up this season. We are not a team that
I get it.
It's most family.
So
I understand that.
But look at,
yeah.
Do you guys remember how rash Rudiger was before Tuchel?
Yes.
All that aggression
I
and
understand.
everything. Tuchel came in.
Rudiger was smart about it.
That aggression properly. Look at Diego Costa, how people look at him like a thug. He's able to channel that aggression properly.
Yeah. But again, both those players that you named, Prime, I think it's on Poch and Reece to try to channel that in a smarter way. Because those players, Rudiger, Costa, they were smart about how they did it. This isn't smart. You're doing it in front of the manager. Huh?
Rudiger wasn't before Tuchel for one, and two, I remember Reece under Tuchel, the aggression was calm and fine with Reece. Reece wasn't doing the stupid stuff.
No, he didn't really get red cards to Tuchel.
Well, it's not about getting red cards. It's about he
did
it and this time he got caught.
I'm talking about in general, he wasn't doing the stupid stuff. His aggression was nice and composed.
I do think Prime is right. It is mostly isolated down to just this with him.
I think this is one of the times he got caught. There have been times before where he does silly things.
I've seen Reece pocket the best wingers in the world and use his aggression correctly. Look at Zaha, how Zaha is able to wind up people, and Reece was fine against him. I've seen how Vinny can wind people up, and he was fine against him. Like, refs, fine, we can talk about the 2 red cards from Reece this season, but our disciplinary record in general has been awful this season. So I'm not just going to pin it on Reece.
But, on that, right? I get that. But on that, Prime, I'm sure you can even admit, though, since the half of the season, I think Pochettino has done a good job of calming that down. Because I don't know if anyone has a stat out there of how many cards we got in the beginning of the season versus the second half of the season.
There was a tweet about that because they were talking about Jackson's and who else, like Caicedo's.
Oh yeah,
they were
Surfer?
near the 10.
What are you good for, Surfer?
Oh, hello. Sorry.
How do you not predict what I'm gonna do in the show and have that saved for me?
I just sorry. I believe. Sorry, that's my fault for believing you that you didn't know. Sorry, I will never believe you again. I just want to welcome everyone to the first Casually FC stream. That's Poch all the way. Yeah, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're
No.
I mean, he gets the top 5, gets
Poch
top
next
5.
season.
I mean,
We need to finish the
who else
season
out
first.
there? Who's out there?
Whoa.
Is that how it goes? I don't even know how the Europa theme goes. I butchered it earlier.
That's it.
I don't want to
Whoa.
I need more police to Marshall gets him, man.
I'm excusing like Reece and stuff because
Yeah.
but like our whole squad lacks discipline. I'm not just going to pinpoint Reece James. I'm not going to target just him. Whole squad.
No, I get
lacks
that.
discipline.
I'm
So
going to
where's
target
that
him tonight.
And Reece has barely played. Our captain this season, whether people like it or not, is Conor Gallagher. Reece has barely played. So if you want to say our captain, look at Conor Gallagher.
Mhm.
How many cards has he
I
picked
get
up?
that.
Most in our squad, I think.
Right, but if I'm going to focus on Reece James today, who's had the same amount of who's an idiot for what he did today for kicking out when VAR's about. You're a fool. You've only just come back and now you're going to miss 4 games. We're not going to see you till like September or something or late August in the Chelsea show again. You're going to be available. You're an idiot. And you nearly cost us the game. If that was 10 minutes earlier, because remember, it wasn't just like a few, like, it was, I think it was like early 80s or mid 80s. There was still 10 minutes of injury time after that.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. I want no defending of this guy whatsoever. I'm not saying anyone is.
Yeah, Chris.
I'm just saying he is a goddamn idiot. He's just come back. He's captain. Everyone was bigging him up after the Nottingham Forest. Oh yeah, great. He's our leader and stuff like that. You're an idiot, an absolute moron for what he did today.
You know what's
Do
crazy?
you know what? Do you know what? I'm just not even saying give it to Gallagher. I would consider a punishment for him is taking that captaincy away from him.
You know what's insane to me? I just deeped it because you mentioned it.
Gallagher
Gallagher has shown more discipline than Reece this season.
No. Gallagher's no. The thing Gallagher survives is he has a lot. I think he's a player that's dished out one of the most or is top of the list for dishing out most fouls. I don't know why he just doesn't get he doesn't get booked, or he gets booked really late after like the 7th foul in the game.
The reason why that happens with Gallagher has like the nice guy syndrome.
Yeah,
the same way. Yeah. Like Xhaka, you know how it got to a point at Arsenal with Xhaka where he would get booked for incidents where he probably shouldn't have got booked for, because people assume that he's a thug and he was more malicious in a tackle than it probably looked. He would get red cards when it probably shouldn't have been a red; it should have been a yellow, or he'd get a yellow when it probably shouldn't have been a yellow. But whatever, people are digging into Reece, which whatever. But we have a problem with discipline in general in the squad. People should just target Reece. I actually don't think that's fair. thing for me, by the way.
But,
No, I think it's fair to target him today. I think it's
Yeah,
more
I
than
think
just
so,
last
too.
week.
I mean, no,
I
no.
mean, yes,
Today,
he almost
yes,
cost
but
us, like you said.
in general, no.
No, the general thing
guys-
is not. The general thing is just the frustration that he's just come back, and now he's going to
Yes.
be missing for like 4 games. Not because of injury, which probably people would have expected, but his own stupidness.
So I go back.
The fact that he thought, well, obviously he wasn't thinking when he lashed out. But
Yes.
to then think like, oh, we could get away with it nowadays. By the way, let me just backtrack and say that I have no idea how Lamptey didn't get sent off, but
We
that's
will.
probably
We have to
something
discuss
else.
that. We do have to discuss that.
I don't know
but
how
after this.
That's what VAR, after what happened today being reported, needed a clean sweep of good decisions, and they failed with that Lamptey one.
Yeah.
That was
I
worse
found
than
it. Thank God
that,
I found
that
it.
was worse than Reece James as well. I was saying, Andrew. And I
But
I can understand the
before we move on to the
consistency.
Lamptey topic, I do want to just add on to this Reece James point is that I guess what I meant with the Gallagher thing is that I know Gallagher has gotten stuck in and gets fouls and he can be a little reckless in that sense. But I don't see him the way he's acquired cards and gotten sent off this season isn't like how Reece has gotten sent off this season. Reece sometimes players get in his head and he just lashes out aggressively. The Newcastle game was a prime example of like he couldn't keep his head and he just got over aggressive and gets sent off. 2 yellow cards. Again, with this game, I don't see Gallagher doing that. And that says a lot.
What about the Leicester game? Because that was very aggressively stupid. That was last season. No, was that last season?
Yeah,
That was last season.
No, that
was
wasn't
last season.
That wasn't
That was
violent
last
conduct.
season.
That was the second yellow.
Oh no, that
Oh.
was this season. Last season was Leeds.
No,
for
no,
Gallagher.
no.
Last season was Leicester because Leicester.
Yeah,
went
yeah,
in
they're
the
not
league.
in the Premier League. Yeah, they're not in the Premier League. I was gonna say,
okay.
like, I remember Gallagher costing us that game. I just like saying Gallagher has cost us games in the red card. Where that was early on as well, by the way. But they're all the same anyway. Like all these red cards, like they're stupid or stupid. Like you said to Andrew said, there's 4K cameras on your ass, slow motion, all sorts of like you can see angles and everything, how you done it. You're not getting away with it. 90% of the time, you're not gonna get away with it. You might get away with it, luckily, but you're just not. Like Lamptey got away with it today. He shouldn't have, but just don't take your chances, man. Don't do that because you could have cost us. This was an important game to do as well, by the way, and that could have cost us points, and we may not get Europa League spot by that. And I understand why people would be really mad if we drew today. I'd fully understand it because
Well, let's
Stupid.
actually talk about the Lamptey situation. So this is in the first half. I think 30 minutes into the first half. I don't remember. So the ball isn't even in play. That's the part. The ball not in play, but the ball isn't nowhere near them. He sees Mudryk, and he just stops
that's a great.
and does this. And I'll see if I can find a better quality because Chris is bitching now. But like, it's just the fact that Mudryk stayed down. He got knocked out cold. It's absolutely insane to me that this VAR looks at this and says, "Oh, it's not intentional."
That's
Not even a yellow card for Lamptey. That's not violent conduct. That's what they say.
He literally swung his elbow in his face. You know he's behind you. You did it on purpose. Don't know. I have no idea why. That's worse than Reece James's red card. Way worse.
Yes,
He
because
literally
the player
made him
actually
injured.
got hurt, seriously hurt from this.
It's wrong. I don't understand why VAR. This is why I'm not a fan of VAR because the people are just not consistent enough, and it annoys me. I know we can't revert back to the normal old days, but like something needs to be changed. Like with these people on the back, some people are dropping the ball. They're dropping the ball. Like they're messing up like this. They should know like that's intent. They literally made him injured from it, and he swung his elbow in his face. It's just you can't go around that. Like that's a red card, and like you said, no yellow card for that. It's just well, okay. I think I understand why there's no yellow card because they're reviewing it, and I don't think they review it for a yellow card. They review it as a red card. That's why he didn't
Chris.
get yellow carded.
Chris, I would like to ask the people in VAR
Yeah.
why they didn't think that was a red card.
Not intent enough.
And I want it reported as well. Should be reported. We should have the reports they give. No doubt that they give about every big decision why this happened. I want it published why it wasn't a red card. Because now I know, and especially if that guy is an actual referee, then I know his threshold for not giving cards in a game that happens after that.
You know what, Andrew? That reminds me, and this gives me an opportunity to give the MLS praise for something. The MLS lately has implemented a rule where when they do the VAR checks, the referee actually announces and explains the VAR decision, kind of like how they do in basketball and in football. And that is something that I wish they would bring to the Premier League, because it brings so much more clarity. I mean, they're contemplating getting rid of VAR, Oliver.
I mean, that was just a motion put forward by Wolves, but I'm being honest, man. That's not going to get voted.
No, it'll just be a series of amendments.
Yeah,
that's what it'll be. Like, it's reversible and stuff. What it just needs more clarity. That's all it is. Because I was very surprised they even overturned our penalty, which I didn't think it was a penalty, but one that's given. I've not seen a lot of penalties overturned and someone's giving it on the pitch.
That was the only good decision made in this game, I would agree. I would think. That was probably the only... maybe there's another one. Maybe I'm overreacting.
I think the James one was a good decision.
Yeah, that was a good decision as well. Fair enough.
Oh, I will say, though, I thought the ref was abysmal tonight for both teams.
Yes, I agree. Abysmal. This game was so riddled with dirty playing. This almost seemed like a rivalry. At this point, I think this is a rivalry. I hate to say it because it makes no sense geographically, but I think just historically, the animosity these teams have with each other, it was crazy. It was insane.
We stomped them all 3 games. That's what we did. Stomped them and put them in their place.
All 4, Andrew. All
4 if you want to be shameless and count preseason.
Preseason, man.
Oh, I don't count preseason.
Some people
Derby 4 times, man. He lost 4 times.
I was just saying. But but here's the thing, Chris, and this is where I disagree with you, right?
What?
And actually, I think you do agree with me, but I don't want to get rid of VAR because VAR has saved quite a few games from going in the wrong direction. However, we really need to have a thorough analysis of how we go about bringing the right referees to be able to make this a more consistent technology that we use. We can't have stuff like this.
Referees are to use. Bring in some of the referees at AFCON. I watched AFCON, and there wasn't a problem when it came to the refereeing decisions and how VAR was used. I remember in the semi-final, Nigeria versus South Africa, Yusuf wins the ball off of South Africa, Nigeria break on the counter. Victor scores with his head. It's 2-0. But yet they bring back VAR. They bring back the whole play, and they realize that Chelsea or Nigeria, the ball that Yusuf won, it was actually a foul. It was a penalty. They brought back the whole play, about 30 seconds or so. I don't see VAR doing stuff like that. They only bring it back 5-10 seconds. They don't bring back the whole play. They don't stretch it out and see the actual incident that happened. I've seen that so many times where they look at the wrong decision. They don't look at things 5 seconds beforehand. Never mind 30 seconds like what happened in the semi-final. There's nothing wrong with VAR as a tool, but if you're using the tool wrong, that's the problem.
See my problem with the term when people go, yeah, but he didn't mean to intentionally do it. Listen, I never think someone intentionally means to hurt someone on a football pitch. So that term should not come into referee's decision making whatsoever. Whether did he intend to hurt him or not? Referee shouldn't be thinking that. If it's late, it's late. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I've seen people get broken legs on a football pitch, and I know the player's not intended to break the other person's leg. Right? It just happens. And to me that was a red card from Lamptey. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Surfer, because we look back earlier in the season and what
game was it? intent. That's all.
Was it the Villa game where Malo Gusto
Right.
got over
Yeah.
the ball, and
Right.
although it
Yeah.
wasn't intentional, it was still a dangerous play, and he got sent
Yeah.
off for it. So
Yeah.
if that's not intentional, right? Because he's not intending to hurt the player with the
Right.
follow through, and he wins the ball first. By the way,
Wait,
here
hold
there's
on.
no ball to be won. Yeah,
Hold on, who's this aimed at, Natalie? The last
Hold
comment
on.
in the chat.
Ooh, she can address it. She can address it later. It's all right.
interesting. Okay, just be careful what you're saying.
Yeah.
You are borderline moving mad there. So my point is that if the Malo Gusto incident earlier in the season is given as a red card, even though it wasn't intentional and it was dangerous, how is this not treated in the same context? Like, I don't know what it is we need to do with the VAR refs, and I don't understand because, to Prime's point, AFCON, for the most part, had no scandals when it comes to referee calls. I guarantee you, Euros is happening in a month. I guarantee you that tournament goes smoothly.
Oh yeah, it's in Germany. Of course, it's going to go smoothly. We've seen the Bundesliga with VAR. Doesn't take that long.
Copa
either.
America. It's like the FIFA run tournaments seem to run fine, but when it comes to the FA,
Yeah, it's because we were late to the party. We didn't take all the rules in. Our handball rule is different. We're only just putting the semi-automated offsides in for next season. I guess, like I said, I think people intentionally go to foul someone? Yes. But I don't believe anyone intentionally goes on the pitch nowadays to hurt someone. Okay? Okay? I don't believe Reece James meant to hurt João Pedro. He just kicked out because he was angry with the challenge, which is not good since you're the captain. You didn't need to even do anything. It was already a foul to you to begin with. So it was done. But yeah, it's just annoying. That's all. Because Lamptey won. Don't care what anyone. It's like, in the Champions League final when Rudiger took out De Bruyne, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Rudiger meant to do the damage he did to De Bruyne. I think he meant to rough him up. Do you know what I mean? But no way near the damage that he meant to do that.
Well, he fractured his orbital right, or something like that.
He just stood his ground.
Cheekbone, wasn't it? A cheekbone or something?
Yeah,
cheekbone?
something
I
to do
don't
with his
remember what it
cheekbone, yes.
Yeah, but I don't think Rudiger meant for the result of that. He meant to rough him up, but not like that. That's the thing.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I don't care if Lamptey's short. I couldn't care less.
yeah,
I don't care if he's
Something
like
like
Lamptey size or Burn from Newcastle size. I couldn't give a roll doodah what size he is.
yeah. It was this game, when it comes to refereeing, was absolutely abysmal. We talk about defending, like, it's bad enough that the players have to play as many games as they do now because of schedule, but now we have to worry about the players' safety on the pitch now because there's games like this on both sides. By the way, it wasn't just Chelsea were getting fouled all the time; like the other side was getting fouled as well. It's just like, looking out for the players' safety is also another thing.
They had a pen as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I believe so.
It looked like a pen to me.
Oh, the Malo Gusto, right?
Yeah, I think didn't get any of the
I was
ball.
surprised that wasn't given as a pen either.
I was like bricking out for shit. That's a pen. And I was very surprised they didn't get that.
Gusto was not sharp today. But again, he's coming back from injury too, so maybe starting him was questionable.
He got roughed up a lot today.
Yeah. Adringa was it? I think Adringa was like putting him in a spliff a lot today. But yeah, let's actually move on to the positive now, because now that we got over the Reece James situation and the Lamptey situation, we can go past the referee scenario. We did win a game today, guys. Believe it or not, like four wins. That's something.
Can we be quiet?
I was astonished we even got 3. The fact that we got 4. If Prime would have told me in January, hey, Poch is going to get 4 wins in a row, I would have told you to pinch me, because I do not believe you. Do not believe you. That must be a dream. But let's go over the first goal, because I think today... I think today we had some good goals, and this first goal from Palmer was fantastic. And I just noticed, look at where Palmer is actually starting versus where he finishes the goal. He gives the ball to Mudryk. Mudryk then, Cucurella, who. One thing I do like about Cucurella, and today we saw him invert again. So Pochettino started with him at left back and then decided, I think in halftime, to invert him again.
No, he did it. No, he did it during the first half. No,
He
did.
Well, this is first half, Marshall, as well, remember?
He was switching back and forth.
Okay, I thought he was playing the back four again. Okay, so
No, he did start off in the back four. He did start off in the back four. But like I said, throughout the game, he was in the middle, back out to left, in the middle, back out to left. So he was doing both roles.
Great from Gallagher, man.
I really do like Cucurella's movement. As we see, he does a lot of work there. And Palmer, just where he started to where he is, and knowing, I think the goal was amazing in the sense that, like, I don't think Cucurella was necessarily aiming at anyone.
It's not a good cross.
It's not. It was like a weird cutback cross.
Yeah.
But
it was a weird, you know what the cross was? It was
Cole
like
Palmer.
You know what the cross was? I'm going to hit it into the box, but I'm not aiming for anyone, so I don't know where it's going to go across. That's what it was.
I mean,
Might hit someone. Might land in front of someone.
Yeah, might get.
Yeah, it was one of those someone's in there.
Yeah. Someone must
I
have.
can't lie, that's what I do half time, my football, man. I just hit it and hopefully someone gets it in.
Wait, did it deflect?
As a fullback.
It didn't deflect, did it?
No.
No,
it
that
looked like it
was
deflected
clean.
for a
That was
second.
that was a clean finish. That was a clean finish.
Yeah, that. Listen, he made that cross look better than it was.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not even in the 6-yard box as well, and he's diverting that ball. It's not even like a straight on header. All he needs to do is just touch it.
He's been taking lessons from Thiago Silva, man.
Right, he diverts it over the goalkeeper. It was a very, very good goal. And this is what the difference with Palmer and other players is, that there's not one type of goal with this guy. Obviously, take away the penalties, it's the same thing. But
Yeah.
There's not one type of goal. He can do everything: long shots, tap-ins, headers,
Weak foot.
Yeah. He can do it all. And
Do everything.
we're always getting this thing. Oh yeah, but like I just said on, like, when I was on the stream watching the playback with Flawless, it was like, oh yeah, Arsenal fans love to go, yeah, but what? He's not going to get double teamed like Saka does. And the reason Saka gets double teamed is because he can't do anything else. He can't do what Palmer does. All right, can't do it. Saka does one thing: he runs or he turns back in on his left, so it's easy to double team Saka. That's why.
Also,
if you double team Palmer and add more attacking stuff next season, all it means is that hopefully there's one less person on the opposition team, and that makes room for everyone else. Palmer will be hard to mark, but if you're trying to double team Palmer, that's fine. But I still think he will get loads of GNA next season, but it might be lower GNA because we might actually have a striker who's scoring as well, or Nkunku who's scoring as well. So it might be less. This guy is sensational. That's what he is. He's absolutely brilliant. And someone's like,
Sensation.
someone said he's got more. He's got higher GNA in this season than any of even Hazard's, but that doesn't really matter because Hazard was in far better teams. Do you know what I mean? So and also he's the problem with Hazard. I always said Hazard's too unselfish for his own good. He should have bagged more. And Palmer is actually more selfish, which I like.
Also,
He'll set people up when he has to, which he nearly did. He nearly did today, didn't he?
He had a moment where he should have set it up, but he tried to take it himself.
That second half when he was like, when he cut it onto his right, I was thinking, I know you've got the right to shoot.
Yeah, and he didn't
tried
shoot
to go back
it.
on the left again, but yeah, very good. Again, and what I also like about his performance is he had a good game. It wasn't like I've seen better Cole Palmer performances, but now with like other options, like an Nkunku, like a Madueke playing well, like Caicedo balling out, like Cucurella, stuff like that. There's not so much on him, and what I'm hoping is that in summer, the injuries cut back, like we get a striker like an Osimhen or something like that. It's less on him, but he's still able to perform. But we'll see.
He doesn't need to be Super Saiyan all the time. He can be normal.
Yeah.
Palmer can have an average game or whatever, and we can still be fine and get the win. You know. But yeah, in terms of the Saka thing, there's nothing wrong with Saka being double teamed. He's a brilliant player, and brilliant players in the past have been double teamed. How many times have I seen Hazard or Robin or Bale, etc., be double teamed? But the difference is with those players, these guys were world class. Maybe you could arguably say once in a generation players, and they were able to still perform, even being double teamed, even with opposition finding a system to stop them. They still figured out a way. The thing with Saka is, if people will just be honest, Saka is not being double teamed. Saka's playing opposition teams that sit back against Arsenal. You know why? Because Arsenal are brilliant, and opposition teams, lesser sides, will sit deep. It means there's less space to run in behind, which means, as a team, Arsenal need to figure out a way.
And also, he stays in one position. He doesn't go anywhere else. He stays on our right wing. He doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He barely ever comes in. If he comes in, it's from the right wing. It's not like he's like Palmer and he's like starting. Look at Palmer for the goal. It's not as if Saka is in the middle, races into a box and scores a header. Saka doesn't do that.
Saka's not going to be like Hazard, where he will go and drop deep and find the ball.
Yeah, he will go from one side to the other.
Saka needs creators. And you know what?
He needs a striker.
Where's Odegaard? Odegaard should be creating for Saka. Where's Odegaard?
Yeah,
all the space Saka leaves, why can't Kai Havertz exploit that space? That's the real question I need to be asking. Everyone blames Saka, and I get on the Saka as well. I love doing it. It's fun. But instead of asking all the time about Saka, where's Odegaard and where's Havertz? All that space left because Saka is being double teamed. There's more space for Havertz to exploit, and he still can't exploit. But whatever, this is what it is.
Arsenal have got their own things to worry about. They're finishing second again. Let's concentrate on us, because these guys are. I don't care what anyone says. These guys got a genuine chance of finishing fifth.
Yeah, that's true. If Spurs lose the next game,
I don't think they will. But they have a genuine chance of finishing fifth.
It's like one of those
they're
games.
up against Sheffield,
you never
aren't they?
know.
That's the thing.
God damn it.
My theory is we'll be beating Bournemouth, and Spurs will be 1-0 down. But in the 98th minute of added on time, or the 8th minute of added on time, they'll score an equaliser right at the end, and just came fifth like that.
So
but I'm at peace. And listen, I think if we finish sixth, Poch stays. No,
I agree.
I think if he finished fifth, he definitely stays. I know he said he's saying some weird comments at the moment. Maybe the only way he doesn't stay is if he just walks himself. That might be the only way he doesn't stay. But if he finishes in sixth or fifth, he will definitely be staying. I think everyone's got to get their head around that. The board will go, okay, maybe things are clicking together, stuff like that. We can use injuries as an excuse, blah, blah, blah. Even though I don't really see that as an excuse. But we'll see that. Maybe we'll actually do something this summer and get him a goalkeeper and a striker that's sorely needed. Yada, yada, yada. And stuff like that.
I was going to say, and this is probably another reason why they want to keep him. There's not many managers out there, realistically.
It's all a risk, right?
Like who we get next is going to be a risk, like you say. Like these managers are coming next. I don't know who it is. We're talking about De Zerbi and all that. I don't want that guy.
Please
I don't think he's going to do anything better than Poch. He might do worse than Poch, actually, surprisingly. So, sometimes you just got to back it for another season and see who's available next season if Poch doesn't do good enough. Say he's, struggling for top four, he doesn't get top four again. Then you get rid of him.
Yeah.
But,
no, I think if you're under the proviso that you give him, unless it's a disastrous run, you reevaluate his position at Christmas. Or if it's if we go on a bad run, then you have to reevaluate before that. I still think the key positions need to be filled this summer, and that's goalkeeper and striker. Defo needs to be filled this summer. I've been watching this Bento as a goalkeeper. I'm going
to ask you again, Andrew, because you weren't here for yesterday, the Casually Chelsea show. Would you?
I was casually sleeping.
Good for you. You need the rest, brother. It's okay. What I wanted to ask you was, how do you feel about the Emi Martinez links? Like, would you actually entertain bringing Emi Martinez for a short stint?
The thing is, I can't entertain him
Because the market's not that great. You would admit.
But also, I don't know why he would leave. He's going into the Champions League with Villa. Do you know what I mean? I know they're going to be in pot four and get one of the big teams as well. Oh no, it's not that. No, they've got no. What am I talking about? They have to play like eight group games next season.
Yeah.
They're going to get at least a big side at Villa Park and away, aren't they? They're going to get at least these two games like that. I can't entertain those type of deals because I just don't ever see it. I don't know why he'd want to leave at this moment in time.
Marshall, I wasn't.
Yeah.
How much do you think Martinez is worth?
I could see Villa trying to sell him for at least 80. The same price of a Mignon.
They would want more, and I don't think Martinez. Well, whether he's worth 80 is debatable. I don't think he is, but like they would want more. They would want close to 100 mil, and I'm not paying that for Martinez.
Well, the thing is this: I think if you rate the goalkeeper and think about the position of a goalkeeper, I think you should pay what I don't know. I don't see why a club shouldn't pay a big amount for a good goalkeeper than what other transfers are.
No, I hear it, Andrew. I'm not arguing against that, but like, I don't think the goalkeeper position right now is just it. I think we can go again with Petrovic for another season.
I get that, but I know where Andrew's coming from because we've been neglecting this position just as much as we've been neglecting the striker position. Like we need a keeper that we can.
You have a goalkeeper now.
I know, but like we don't have a goalkeeper that we're all in agreement that this guy's gonna be here for another 8 years or 10 years. Like for the last since
29.
But my idea with Martinez was bring him for like 3-4 years until the market is better, because I know you guys don't rate Magnan. Not for 80.
No, it's not that. It's just injury. I've got a weird
and
thing
the
about
injuries.
He's injured all the time. How is a goalkeeper injured all the time? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get that as well. I know you had reservations about Costa still. You still want to see a little more.
In the World Cup, I've seen him recently. He looks better.
Mm-hmm. And
I like
we dodged a bullet.
I like Bolka. I like Marcin Bolka.
What team does he play?
Bolka is he plays for, I think, Nice. He plays in Liga. The thing is with Bolka is like I still need to see a bit more from him in terms of I don't know if he is the guy yet. I don't know if he's the guy yet, but he is very much an option. And that's why I say I can go with Petrovic for another season. If we get me a striker, get me a left back, get me another winger.
I get it.
I don't need it. Like, I trust Petrovic for another season.
The problem I've got is that I think Sanchez stinks. I'd get rid of Sanchez.
I got Kepa.
Petrovic. I've been a backer of Petrovic. I still think there's some raw stuff with him. Like I don't think much of it, like in terms of how important it is, but I think his distribution needs to improve. I also think some of his decision making, like for instance, that thing on Saturday when he flapped the Forest game, and the Forest nearly headed it in, but he was like that. It's still something, and I think Petrovic was always bought to be a number 2. Do you know what I mean? I think it was always bought to be that. I would, if Acosta's available or anything like that, I would. If any inkling that Costa wants to move, then I would go for Costa. I think Costa's got the makings and has already proven it. That, barring any injuries, he's like 24, 25. That could be a goalkeeper like for 10 years, stuff like that. I really do, and it's like I don't know how much. I think you'd have to pay a big wallet for him. It's anywhere 60 plus. But I just think it's so important to get that position right. I just do. I just think it's just so important. And there's more chance of getting a Costa than a Martinez for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's just more chance. No way Villa are selling us Martinez unless we do make a ridiculous, like £100 million. But like I said, I don't think he's worth £100 million. I think he's good. He's decent. Is he the best out there? No. But
So, go ahead.
Actually, that's the man. Ortega from Man City. That's
I like that shout. I like that shout more and more now.
That's a good competition. I was going to say with Martinez, I think he's one of the best keepers in the Premier League at saving shots most of the time. It's just he's not worth 100 million or even maybe 80 million because he's 31, 32 years old. How many years can you use that for? That's the problem. So, like you said, Costa's a better choice because he's a lot younger.
I think if we do go for a goalkeeper this summer, it looks like it will end up being Jan Oblak.
Really?
Oblak, really?
He was my dream like 5 years ago. Man.
We've been linked.
Yeah, that's the thing. The sort of the opportunity.
Those are the only goalkeeper links I'm seeing is Jan Oblak.
That's weird, man. We should have got him when he was in red hot form. Now he's like.
Yeah, he's a Coble. No, I forgot about Coble. I would take Coble, by the way.
Not Coble. That was
okay. No,
Navas
is a very good keeper.
Navas would be good as a number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's leaving PSG, isn't he? Yeah.
But then again, if we bought another goalkeeper, I'd have Petrovic number 2, so maybe not. So
yeah.
You still got to factor in Slanina and his plan, or what?
I think Serena. That's the thing. Serena, I think, will do a Courtois thing. Like we'll send him on loan every year, but the league will be higher, and then we'll make a decision in like 2 or 3 years' time whether we are going to do anything with him or just sell him.
Is he like
Ortega for a couple of years? So Donnarumma is.
Donnarumma is so overrated.
He is cheap. I'm not.
He's not worth more than 50 million. At best. He's all right. He's
a detriment to his team.
He's not that keeper. He's just not. He's an average keeper, like most keepers around the world. He had that hype Serie A. So.
I did want to also, before we actually move on to the second goal that we scored, I did want to actually mention Nicholas Jackson's performance today. I think the first half he was a little lackluster, but the second half I think there was an improvement. Do you guys think, because I just remembered he was denied a goal because of the slight push he did, which I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys think that was offside? No, he was onside, but apparently because of the push on, was it Lamptey? I don't remember who it was.
I think it was
they just didn't show it enough for me to determine whether that was a push or not. I thought they were looking for it.
I wish I could find it, man. I can't find it. But it's apparently because of that foul, it wasn't given, which I don't know. I mean, for those of you who saw the push and know what I'm talking about, do you guys think that was a right decision as well?
Well, they're being consistent because in that area, because like we got the goal chalked off against Villa, didn't we, for the push? So they're being consistent with it. That's fine. True. You know what I mean? It's just one of those.
Yeah, they were saying because he had two hands and it's an actual push, although it was a very gentle push. But I mean, also he did have this chance that I'm going to pull up as well, which honestly I'm not too angry with him about it. But I mean, I'm sure other people are going to disagree with me. The chance from here, which I thought it was offside. I'll be honest.
They did call it offside.
Yeah.
They did? I thought this wasn't offside because of this player.
Yeah, I thought he kept on. That looks like he kept
I thought the referee made the signal for offside. I thought he did.
I don't think he did, Surfer.
Well, the problem is, even if it is or isn't offside, you should have passed that ball a lot sooner.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, I don't know, because for me, okay, in this position.
Like that looks that time looks perfect. I can't lie.
You could pass the eye for one of them.
Yeah. I mean, you passed
at the time, at the angle that we were looking at, not this angle, it seemed like if you pass it now, I think you give the keeper a chance to get in front of Nkunku and make himself bigger.
Not the way. No. Keeper's too far. No, keeper's not getting that.
No.
If it's like if it's a straight pass, that goalkeeper is not getting that ball right there. Even if it's the far guy.
But I mean, cover the shot. I mean,
we've seen Jackson in that position multiple times complete the pass. The Carabao Cup final, Sterling goal, Man City. Yeah. We've seen him make that pass and pull it off. So it's annoying that he didn't pull it off this time. Seen him do it.
Listen, it's fine because we won. Do you know what I mean? It's fine because we won. If we hadn't, then a lot would be made of this. And a lot would be one guy who is like secretly going fuming is that Raheem Sterling, because let's face it, right? This is just a wider version pass of Raheem Sterling.
You're not wrong. That is actually very true.
I mean, he's just lucky that Jackson is very fortunate that. Well, we would have won anyway, but like Reece James really fucked us.
Is that Nkunku?
Yeah, Nkunku's on the far. Yeah,
he's in the back.
Yeah.
Sterling must be. Sterling at that point would have been. If I was Sterling, I would have been pissed because Sterling. I'd be thinking I'm scoring that.
Yes, well, anyone should, right? You got because you're going to get closer. It's like, actually, roll that back a bit from me, Marshall. Roll it back a bit. Go forward a bit. Go forward just before he passes. Stop.
Hesitation.
He takes another touch.
I get why he does it.
Do you know what? Wait, go forward a bit. Go forward a bit more. That's where he passed it. Okay. If he had more confidence, he probably could have scored.
He took the extra. Marshall, play the whole thing back. Pull it all back. Sorry. Yeah.
Just understand I have to play it in parts because otherwise it's demonetization.
No, I know.
Refresh. You son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. I'll get it back. Give me 1 second, please.
I think, by the way, Jackson just wanted to put it on a plate for Nkunku so he can just have an open goal. But Nkunku will put that away regardless. Nkunku's probably one of our best shooters on the team anyway, like him or Cole Palmer. I can't think of anyone else. So I don't know why he did it actually still though. Just one maybe put on a plate for him, that's it.
I just think there's a chance where Jackson could have played it a lot earlier. He didn't. He kept carrying fine. And then there was a sweet spot. He didn't take it. And he took extra last touch. And then that messed it up. But again, proper coaching and development, he makes those passes and that timing correct more often. So we won. So I'm not going to get onto him. But
Dang it, I just had it. Where is it?
I mean, there's only so much you really complain about it because like
cool. We don't need to see it again.
These things don't matter.
I just wanted to explain it.
No, my pride's on the line. I gotta find this again.
Your pride's on the line.
Something like that.
What?
All right.
There's pride's on the line.
I was joking. But all right. Well, I mean, let's actually talk about the goal we did score, which is this one right over here. So I think this is a brilliant play from Malo Gusto. That Nani number 11, right? It's not. Oh, I think I didn't realize Nani even gave a key pass for this one. Okay, good on Madueka for that one. But yeah, finds Gusto, and Gusto again. I think it's in no man's land, but we see that Nkunku is a finisher. He can finish these chances, and he does. He does really well. We've had so many chances like this all season, and it even goes between the guy's legs. Oh my god, it's even worse. We've had chances like this all season, and we just don't put them away. So for me to see this, it was like, oh wow, it's so delightful. We've actually put away like a relatively easy chance across the box. 9 times out of 10, no one's there. And Nkunku just knows where to be. So I was happy to see that. I mean, good play from Malo Gusto as well, who he was having a hard time with Adringa this game. Very, very hard time.
Marshall,
talk to me.
Just sent a video in the Casually chat with the quotes that Poch said, but the video makes the quotes look very different.
Sure, I got it right now.
Is it mad shit again?
No, it's the quotes that Prime the right quotes that Prime put earlier that was tweeted out. But if you watch the video and then listen to it, it makes the quote sound different than what the tweet.
Yeah,
looks.
I've noticed lately that the quotes on Twitter definitely sound worse than what's actually being said in the press conferences. I'll go ahead and play it in a minute, but I just, yeah, I think this is a good goal from Nkunku. What happened to? Did Lamptey really try to? Okay, but yeah, it was a good goal from Nkunku. We've seen yeah, he really threw himself for this one. We've seen so many times this season where this finds no one, and it was nice and refreshing to see like, hey, Nkunku knows where to be. So it was nice. I mean, I don't know if anyone wants to add for this goal before I go on to the Poch quote that we
I'm
just
just
found
wondering,
here.
is that Lamptey on the floor? Is he
I
having
think
a nap?
that is. I think that's Lamptey. He really threw himself. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a nap. I don't know why, it just makes me laugh.
It does look silly. But all right,
He
let me
tried
pull
everything,
up.
and he threw his whole body in the way, still not good enough. He thought it was John Terry.
I do like the way Gusto actually looked up instead of just smashing it into the area and stuff
is
like
true.
that. You know,
I think
usually
that's the
fullbacks will. Actually, fullbacks will do that because no one's making a run or the space. So
Right here.
I think that's the difference, Andrew, anyway, like between Madueke, Gallagher, Mudryk, or even a Madueke's actually not bad fair, but even a Jackson, it's just different. Like to a lot of these players, it's just a shame he's been injured
I
most of the
think
season.
Madueke was average again today.
Oh no,
was
yeah, he
average.
was.
Not
I think
against
he's
Forest, same
he's
against
got
Forest.
man mark, wasn't he?
It's average. No. Because he got in the first half, he got around a couple of times, and then just
Yeah.
slowed down the ball or allowed the defender to catch up and then tackle him. I think he had one shot. Did he have one shot in the first half?
See,
He
I was
did have
trying
a
to do
shot,
that
I remember
couple
that.
times, so I'm just.
Yeah.
What did you say earlier? What was the quote that you had earlier, Prime? Just to see in comparison what
It comes out and says that this is not my team; it's Chelsea's team. You know, abbreviation like that. It makes it sound like he's saying, "No, it's not my team. It's Chelsea's team. Like it's the board's team." Or that's what it sounds like. But if you actually
I have it right here.
you watch the video, it's so different.
Yeah, Prime
They
said
don't.
here.
That tweet didn't put the whole, as usual. That tweet didn't put the whole effing thing in.
Yeah, because the quote that Prime had here is, "This is not my team, this is Chelsea's team. You know my style and how we want to play. It's not important what I'm going to say after you are going to twist things." Okay? Let's see what he actually says. Let me lower the music real quick so we can actually hear this clearly. Where's the music? Here it is. Okay.
Sit down.
No, that is not my team. That is Chelsea team. no, my team. What means that? My team.
Your style, the way you want to play, your philosophy.
I don't know. After 15 years working in Espanyol, Southampton, Tottenham, Paris Saint-Germain, and now Chelsea, I think you know my style, no? In the way that we want to play. In possession, when we lose the ball, I think we have the trajectory in football, you know, that, no?
Do you see that in this team now?
You see? For me, it's not important what I'm going to say. If you after you are going to twist the things or like this, look, if you are happy, if the people is happy in the way that we are playing with the profile of the player, with the squad that we have, you know, we need to adapt.
Totally different than what was quoted. Which is insane. It's actually vastly different. He leaves out a lot of the details that he was trying to say to try to sum it up. But yeah, now this sounds totally different than what he was saying in those quotes.
Yeah, well, they
these
just
journals.
the way it comes across. It's like when you send like an email or a message. You don't know how the person's going to take it or how they're going to read it. You know, just to hear someone say that, and
it's not Prime. he's just copy and pasting.
The Prime just tweeted out retweeted and said it's message what someone said. That's the one at the time the video wasn't.
I didn't retweet anything. I just found quotes and put them in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
and also the video wasn't available for us to do.
See-
Prime's not done anything wrong.
Yeah.
What we do on these streams is we look at the quotes that have been said
Yeah.
or the reaction from.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's Pochettino. I don't want to listen to his voice, so I don't care.
I'm
Sorry,
actually
I
the same.
Ooh, I don't care.
I don't think I've listened to him for like a good 4 months. Like, I haven't actually
Well,
listened to the interview.
I mean, lately
That's
I've been, you know, rather than just relying on what the tweets say and the quotes, actually going and listening to the press conference, because it's true, he's not very well spoken. He doesn't have the best vocabulary. Even in Spanish, when you hear him, his vocabulary isn't very rich. So a lot of times there's a lot of fluff in there. But, you know, I think he's really fed up with the press. I think he is fed up with the press. And I don't know if it's so much... I feel like, because lately it seems like he's had an attitude towards the ownership, which is weird because things have been going well.
I think he's fed up with everything because he thinks he's being scapegoated. He thinks every little problem that goes wrong at Chelsea, he feels like he is being used as the blame, which, to be fair, I guess he kind of is. People are like, and I'm even saying this as someone who wants Poch gone. There are some people who are going overboard with blaming everything on him, which I guess is unfair. But and also, we should have left Prime at Brighton. You know who we did leave at Brighton, though? Reece James. He won't be here next game. Oh.
I just think. Listen, I think by Sunday night, we might be before that. You're going to hear more and more things that we've already started hearing it this week about Poch staying, stuff like that. That's going to be ramped up even more, especially if he gets fifth. You better believe literally an hour after that game, you're going to see all the accounts, the big accounts. So, yeah, Poch has secured even fifth after a tumultuous season of injuries and all this shit and stuff like that. He's definitely staying next season. And for me, that's fine. That puts an end to all our debates about Poch in and Poch out all summer, and it's just them focusing on recruitment. That's what it will be. So I think then you'll probably see him, a bit more or less stressed. You invited Surfer. I'm an OG. I'm an OG.
He really is.
Yeah, you. I've been here longer than everyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Surfer's like a stray dog. He just.
This is an old school. I went to the school that was built before the old school. That old school burnt down.
It did. Funny enough, we played the old school intro to fuck with these guys the other day.
Yeah, scared the shit out of me.
Poch was. I tell you right now, if we finish 8, Poch wasn't staying.
Yeah.
No way.
No way.
I mean, do you guys back it, like him staying if he gets top 5?
He has to. Listen, I said 6. Remember at the start.
Yeah, same.
I said
did you?
6. He gets 5th, especially after the best London manager. And if he gets above that,
I know,
But
then
we're missing out context. We all said we'd be competing for top 4 now.
yeah,
I
Burnley and
No,
Sheffield
I
Wednesday.
didn't. I said 6 at
Oh,
the beginning.
I said it, but I'm a little bit pissed about
some that was on that panel that foolishly said 3rd, or someone said 2nd. Did someone say 2nd?
No, Ziad
I
said
did not.
four.
I did not
Ziad
say
wasn't
that.
here, was he? I don't think
Yeah,
he was
Ziad
here.
was here.
I said we compete for top 4, but finish like between 6th and 8th because the young players would let Poch down.
You know why I didn't? You know why I didn't? Do you know why I didn't, Prime? Because we didn't get at that time. We didn't get a striker because no one knew what Jackson was. Let's face it, even after preseason, no one could clarify it. And we didn't get a goalkeeper. And I thought there's no way without those two. As much as I tried to back Sanchez and not make it like we did well and stuff like that, I just wasn't comfortable with us in the top 4 race. Now, after the after the season we've had, Prime, if he had just if we got those extra 4 points against Burnley, Sheffield United, and one other game, we are battling for top 4. going into the final day of the season. You can imagine that. If we had those 4 extra points with Burnley, Sheffield United, maybe another win, we're 1 point behind Villa, and they're going to Crystal Palace on the last day of the season. An informed Crystal Palace, and we got Bournemouth at home. That's the rubbishness of this league right now.
Yeah, I was going to actually point that out because despite
that's where Poch should get blamed.
Yeah,
on field stuff and off field, like with training and injuries and stuff. Anything above like recruitment, I don't blame. All us missing chances, I don't blame him for. You had us top 3.
I had us top 3.
That's very terrible.
I'm watching you, man. What's going on, bro? Top 3 is crazy.
There's a reason I'm a gift cafe. I don't go to the gift. I mean, it's all good, man.
For me, I also said 6th place in the beginning of the season. Then I dropped my expectations to 8th in January. But here's the thing that annoys me, right? Yes, 6th place and a trophy run like we had, that's the bare minimum, right? I think for me, what annoys me is that if he had actually not fucked around as much as he did and he'd gotten some things, because he made stupid decisions, right? If he didn't make those stupid decisions, and if he was much more of a proactive manager and some games than a reactive one, then we could be having a discussion about him being in top 4, which is exceeding our expectations and is exceeding what I expected of him. So for me, like, that's the frustrating part too, right? Because it's like having a new hire that you have a resume, right? And it's a really brilliant resume. He has experience in all the right criteria. He says all the right things in the interview, right? And then come the job, he's doing bare minimum.
But Marshall, it's like, using your work analogy, you get hired into a company because you've got this great resume, you've done amazing in the past or your previous jobs, whatever. You start off in the job and you're woeful for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, whatever, until your manager starts to notice and you start to get a feeling of, oh, you might get sacked soon. And then you start getting your act together. Why did it take you so long to get your act together? If Poch had started coaching from after the Carabao Cup final, even, we could have finished 4th. People forget there was a period in the season. People forget there was a period in the season when Villa fell off. So, like, we could have finished 4th.
Yeah. I just found a really awesome stat, guys. Hold on. Let me actually pull this up for you guys. Just put more pie in the face of the United fans who...
Oh my God, bro, I'm a joke. Oh my God, bro, we're a joke, bro. We're a joke. We're a joke. We're a joke. We're a joke. Wallahi, we're a joke, bro.
Right. That and many... Staffy and many United fans have iterated that this season. But Chelsea trailed Man United by 11 points at one stage this season and Newcastle by 10. Now they're 3 clear of both heading into the final day versus Bournemouth. Listen, Jacob, I know you respect me. I know we're friends when we put aside the rivalry.
Win-win. Just win-win every time.
But I need you to do me a favor. Just lose to Sheffield for me, please. Please.
And
please.
That would
It'd be fantastic for us to get 5th.
Because
and have Tottenham finish
like Andrew said, we all rate Ange now, I think, right? And I'm seeing Tottenham fans like even get mad at his like instructions or whatever for set pieces and all that, and like, you know, stuff like that. And natural, even his football, his high line and everything, they're getting pissed off of that. He's probably not as good as we thought, actually, because he's dropped the ball. Obviously, Tottenham's dropped the ball as well, but yeah, if we get ahead of like Ange, like how many points were we behind Tottenham? Like at this, where we're 10 points behind M2. Was we like 17 points behind?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's crazy. So that'd be crazy how many points we were behind Tottenham now potentially. And let's not pull it off like, okay, yes, Sheffield most likely might lose or something or draw maybe. but there's a chance they might lose. There's still a chance. I'm not writing it off completely. Then again, I'm not writing. I don't want to say we'll definitely win our game. By the way, Chelsea winning 5 games in a row this season.
We're beating Bournemouth.
I think we do as well. Andrew.
I hope so.
Because
at the same time, Bournemouth's not a very easy fixture.
No, but I would say that. I think I'm more confident about beating Bournemouth, especially now. There is actually, because if you think about it, there is something to play for.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's to secure the 6th or get the 5th, right? And 5th is an option. I don't care what anyone says. I know Spurs are playing Sheffield United. It is away, and they probably will win because it's just them. But there's still, while it's an opportunity, it's an opportunity.
Yeah,
we're finishing no lower than 6. Right? Hang on.
Well,
no. We need a point. We need a point because I just remembered.
We need a draw. Yeah.
Newcastle have got far superior goal difference to us. So yeah, we need at least a point. But no, I don't see us. I see us going for it. I mean, why wouldn't we? We won 4 in a row. Last time we done that was under Tuchel in 21-22 season.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that actually true?
That is true, yeah. Well, look, we didn't win it. It wasn't last season, was it?
God.
I mean,
we were saying it sounds realistic.
I didn't know that.
Last season under Potter.
Well,
I didn't know that.
I mean, I wouldn't write it off.
Yeah, maybe it was under Potter. Remember, Potter was like unbeaten in his first 8 or 9 games or something.
You got some draws in there though.
The Champions League, draws down.
So
I think it might be Potter.
Right now, the stat is in the Prem. We got 4
this is
wins
not
in
bad,
a row.
Chelsea, all right, Andrew. We're fine by 4 wins in a row.
There we go, October 22. There we go. That was in Potter's. Potter's early form. Yeah, I remember that.
Jesus.
Sorry, I was doing a disservice. But yeah, we haven't won for a while. 4 games in a while. We haven't won 5 in a while. But yeah, let's finish strong. You know what I mean?
I would
Finish
say
strong. Send Stamford Bridge off. I'm going to be a big cheer if they find out that Spurs have lost. And we finish 5th from being literally in early April, late March in 11th.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking that, by the way. I'm actually happy with that. I wouldn't be happy with Europa League, but I don't want Conference League. I'll
be shameless. Yeah, you want.
I want a competition what leads Champions League at least. I don't want a competition what leads Europa League.
No, and you're right. It's probably going to. It might be an easier way of getting into the Champions League than the league. Especially if we don't get a striker.
Yeah. And more money to Chelsea. And maybe Jordan come to Chelsea as well with Europa League. Because they said I know that shit doesn't matter too much. But like you said, I hope the motivation's for the Chelsea players and Poch, because Poch will definitely keep his job if he wins that game. And
I think he's all right, I'm gonna shoot. So I've got to jump on Sarcasm City. So
probably gonna raid over there anyways.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Cheers, Andrew.
See you later, Andrew.
I was gonna say to you guys, in regards to Gallagher, actually, I think he was okay today, but I think today proved why we need to reevaluate how we build this team, and that we really need to, obviously based on availability, right? We really need to start focusing on building this team around Nkunku in that 10 position. Because today, what I saw from Nkunku was very much what I've been saying all season, which is he can do what Gallagher does, plus he gives you creativity, which Gallagher doesn't. I would like to see the statistic of how many tackles he's won today, but there was moments in the games where he would get stuck in and win a tackle, and boom, all of a sudden you have a creative outlet that can put you in a goal-scoring scenario. We looked really good from the counterattack today, and he was part of that reason. So, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Based on today, like, did you see from Nkunku what I saw, which is that effectiveness that we use Gallagher for?
I mean, it's night and day between Gallagher and Nkunku on about as a 10. Like, Nkunku's a forward-way thinking attacker who can actually pass it better than Gallagher, make decisions better than Gallagher, shoot the ball better than Gallagher. Gallagher is a good backup. I think Gallagher would be a good backup for Chelsea. If you build around Gallagher, then you're fucked. as a club. Like Gallagher isn't that guy to lead you for top 4, winning big trophies. He's a good squad player, and I don't actually hate Gallagher. I don't mind
No,
him.
I don't either.
He's good for rotation. He's he gives it his all every game as well. I can see that. He knows he isn't the most like got the most quality on the ball. He knows that himself, so he gives it in other areas in the pitch. But yeah, like today, if you're on about today, he didn't do that well today. I don't think he had a few good moments. I thought he had a pre-assist for the first goal. Like he found Cucurella when he waited for him, so that was nice from him. But yeah, like Caicedo's obviously our number one midfielder in that 6th position. He's nailed on. And then you got Enzo and Lavia. And Gallagher, I think the good thing about Gallagher, he can play as a 10 as a backup, and he can play as a 6 if you want to bring him on as a 6. 70 minutes in a game or 80 minutes in a game or whatever you want to see it out. He's your man. But if the offer came in as well, like for 40 to 50 million, I'm taking it. There's just no way around that. But yeah, it is what I think about Gallagher. He's nothing too special, but he's not shit, I don't think.
Oliver, I'm curious about your thoughts on this.
So in terms of the squad building, I have no questions about that. Like, I know you mentioned that, but as far as we're all aware, the ownership and the sporting directors don't see Gallagher as a starting player. So the squad building isn't the problem. The problem is just who Poch wants to use out of his squad in a priority role and build the system around. But Gallagher today, he looked off the pace. Really, I can't lie. Like Brighton's counter press, he just couldn't handle it. Even when he wasn't winning the ball that much, and even when he did, they would just swarm him, and he can't deal with it. And that's just what we've come to know of him as being. Like he's not a press resistant player. I'm not going to ask him to become press resistant because he's not 24 years old. He's not. You're just not going to develop that. But you see the difference with Nkunku today. Just some of the touches and the the flicks to get around some people. Like he definitely has that package, and he can. He played mostly out wide today, so that's definitely another element to his game. Not only playing centrally and maybe even as a striker if you want, but also on the left wing. And yeah, it was good to see him get his goal. I actually think today was his best performance. Not that there have been many, but today was his best performance in the Chelsea shirt. So just glad he got the goal to punctuate that.
You're talking about the squad building at Chelsea.
Primarily with Nkunku's role and how, for me, he was doing pretty much what Gallagher would do in that position.
Oh, I had a problem with squad building at Chelsea back in summer when we signed Caicedo, because he was going to be the partner with Enzo, and I didn't see how those two would fit in the midfield. And I still don't really think those two fit in the midfield, particularly under Poch. The way Poch loves his midfield to be all action, energy. That's why he loves Gallagher. Enzo doesn't really suit that sort of midfield. So I think our squad building is fine, to be fair. I don't have a problem with that for the most part. But the problem is the manager, the sort of squad we have, just doesn't suit Poch. So are we going to kind of strive away from sort of squad and sort of players that we look at just for Pochettino? I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think we get the manager that suits the squad that we have. Because again, there's nothing wrong with having, like, say, a director of football or having scouts build the squad and you bring in a manager that suits the players. That's what Real Madrid have been doing for donkey years, and it works for them. That's what Bayern Munich have been doing, and up until like the last couple of seasons, it's been working for them. I think we should be doing that. Because not what our team shouldn't be built for one manager, because if he ends up leaving or he ends up failing, then what? So we should have a system and a philosophy in place, which I'm curious to kind of know what our club philosophy is in terms of a style of play. Once we have that in place, then it's easier to get a manager to suit that.
Well, by all accounts, that's what we are doing. I mean, Poch wanted to do Garte in the summer, and then, the club didn't give him that. And it just seems like in general, like even with Potter, like we do hear some news now that apparently Potter wasn't so happy with some of the players we gave him, or the fact that we kept giving him players. But the fact of the matter is, we're doing the model where the coach coaches and we just supply the players. So that's the way the balance in the midfield.
Chill.
The players, are you okay? Marshall?
No. There's just a lot of waffle in the chat, and I was choking on it.
He's waffling.
I don't know.
Enzo's our weakest link.
Yeah, man, we should start him. Give him to Real Madrid.
You know what? I'm not even going to argue against that. If Enzo is our weakest link, why has Pochettino been forcing him to play basically all season?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I have. People want to blame certain players, which is fine. I don't care. I don't care about Enzo that deeply. If he's a problem, Pochettino's a bigger problem for still playing Enzo. If Sterling's a problem, Poch is a bigger problem for still playing Sterling.
I actually, I do agree what you said.
People love to forget the context when it
The
comes
Enzo
to...
discussion.
Enzo, I agree Enzo doesn't suit Poch's midfield. I agree with that 100%. So either Poch adapts or he drops Enzo. Pick one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Fucking hold on. I know why this is happening.
Oh my god, bro, I'm a joke.
Big up Staffy
my
for the
god,
raid.
bro, we're a joke.
Big up
bro.
Staffy
We're
for the
a
raid.
joke. We're a joke.
Oh,
Thank you.
We're a joke. Wallahi, we're
This
a joke.
guy probably told these gay man to tell me.
Yeah.
That's the one button that Staffy knows how to push in me, which it's the Enzo button. Because he knows I like Enzo.
Fine,
yeah.
Marshall, it's fine. Staffy, of all people, should know about this with Enzo. He's a Man United fan. He had a World Cup midfielder, £100 million midfielder, that flopped at Man United. They didn't build a team that suits him. Why was it Man United fans were telling me that, Fred and McTominay are a better midfield pairing than having Pogba in there? The same way people will tell me Caicedo and Gallagher are better than having Enzo in there. It's the same thing.
Michael Das, you fraud. You fraud, Das. You literally said this when we were in 11th. Now we are not in 11th. We are in 6th place. Make up your mind. Where do we belong? In 11th or 6th place? Fraud. But big up Mike Das, man. All the time.
Yeah,
big up to...
I think the biggest problem with the biggest problem is we don't have the manager that suits these players. We don't. That's
where I get at the recruitment, right? I think the recruitment, because I'm not gonna
managerial recruitment.
Yeah. I think with me, I think you did identify the right manager for developing players. I think Poch is a manager that can develop players, but you didn't get a manager that can develop a team. So I think with this project, and mind you, unless he was lied to, which maybe could have happened, or there was a misunderstanding, Pochettino accepted this job, or should have accepted this job, knowing very well that this was going to be a youth project going forward. So maybe he was in over his head when he realized, like, oh wow, these players need a lot more developing than I thought, and which is why he was asking for experience. Maybe I'm just throwing out hypotheticals out there, right? And trying to like see it on both ends. But for me, I go back to this with the players in the scenario. We see now what this team is capable of. And we see now what this team can do when you actually have tactics and a system put out in front of them and not just tell them, express yourself and do what you want, in a sense. Like, there have been times within the season where it almost seems like the team said, like, Poch, put me in this position. See, Aston Villa game, for example. When we had that horrible result against Middlesbrough, and then the next game we played Aston Villa, or what game was it? There was a game where we had a horrible result, and then the next game was the Aston Villa game. And we looked great in the back four, not even this inverted role. We looked great. Everyone was playing in their position. Enzo had a great game. Caicedo had a great game. Jackson, everyone who played that game had a fantastic game. So for me, it's like, where are the inconsistencies coming from? Are they all just because of the inexperience, or is it because there's no set style of play that you want from these players, Poch? And now that there's pressure on you, you're getting the media to put pressure on you and all this jazz, and maybe you want to prove them wrong. Maybe you want to prove that you deserve another season. Maybe you want to show the management that they're wrong. Now you're playing more cohesive football, a better style of play. You can see it now. Like, it looks like the players have better instructions. Even Mudryk has improved tremendously in the past 5 games, and we are all saying in this channel that Mudryk is a lost cause. I think loan him out next season and see what happens, because I don't think we're going to sell him. And now he's been looking effective as well. So for me, it's like, all right, what happens now when you bring a Enzo that's in at 100%? What happens when you bring him into this role? Because although I do like Enzo this season in a deep-lying playmaker role, I know that's not how you get the best out of him. I know he wants to play as a more attacking 8. I know he's not a 10. We've seen him play as a 10. It's not effective. So what happens when you get Enzo at his best? Because we know since December, I think he said, or 5 months he said, 5 months he's dealt with the hernia issue, which I know people want to say tough it out and all that stuff. That's fine. But unlike, this isn't Kevin De Bruyne. This isn't like a fully fleshed out player who, when he's injured, he's not playing at his best. However, he can still give you something. This is a player that's still developing in Enzo Fernandez, who's 22 years old, who's playing with a hernia, and he just doesn't know how to cope with that like a Kevin De Bruyne would know. So for me, you take this season with Enzo with a little bit of a pinch of salt, because we saw what happened last season when he was fully fit, and he was essentially, arguably, one of our players of the season, up there with Badiashile and Thiago Silva, because he was so effective. And then, according to what Prime said as well, maybe it's also the fact that we don't have a manager that suits this player. Maybe he found a system with the other players, but there's a few players that are always going to be around that's like, what do I do with this player? What's the best way I can play this player?
And that's the most important thing, by the way. The big money signings we've made, you want to not have, I don't know what the wording is, but like, you want to get the best out of your investment. You need a manager to get the best out of them. Caicedo has been looking good, but like, he's only been looking good lately. He was looking poor earlier in the season.
Exactly.
Why? He was played on an island on his own.
Yeah, exactly. And, I'm not going to sit here and say Gallagher's a better midfielder than Enzo. That's waffle. That's pure waffle, and everyone here knows it, right? We know Enzo's a much more talented midfielder than Gallagher. No disrespect to Gallagher. Gallagher's been good for us this season, in my opinion. But we saw when you finally have clear instructions, when you finally instill a system, how much Caicedo improved. No one's talking about Caicedo. No one's waffling about Caicedo. No one's dangling Caicedo's price tag over the Chelsea heads anymore. Why? Because he's been brilliant these last few games. And Enzo, from time to time, even with a hernia, has been brilliant in multiple games this season. Man of the match awards. We saw when he was fit what he could do in the beginning of the season against Liverpool. Even though we lost to West Ham the following game, he performed brilliantly in that game as well. He could have scored goals. He missed a penalty, But regardless, he's been brilliant. So for me, let's see what happens with Enzo next season. If Poch were to stay, if Poch finally instills some system and gets these players understanding how he wants them to play. And I guarantee you, we're not going to have this conversation about Enzo anymore, because it's going to be shut and dry, just like the Caicedo arguments.
And here's the thing: it's like my honest, because I'm not a Caicedo or an Enzo defender. I don't really care about him. Like, I didn't want us to sign him in the first place. I think he has been overrated by Chelsea fans. But in the same breath, he's also being vastly disrespected by rivals. I'm right when
and
I
Chelsea
say
fans, to be honest.
He's being treated by how Pogba was treated. This highly talented World Cup winning £100 million price tag midfielder comes in, and people expect him to do everything. People expect him to sit deep and defend. People expect him to create. People expect him to score. People expect him to break up play. When Pogba
He's not
was
the
playing,
best footballer in the world, people.
When Pogba, he's a system player. They're both system players. When Pogba was playing left wing or playing as a 10, and United fans complain that he's not a left winger. But when Enzo's shunted out to the wing or he's playing as a 10, it's Enzo's fault. when Pogba was playing with Fred or McTominay, or he's playing with Bruno, people are saying that it's not Pogba's fault that he's playing with bums. But when Enzo's playing with Gallagher, it's Enzo's fault. Rivals just need, and I don't mind rivals slandering our players. Cool, do what you want. But like, if we're trying to have actual football conversations, and the first thing I hear come out of your mouth is Enzo cost £100 million when
He's too slow.
That's the first thing I always hear about Enzo. Same thing with Pogba, by the way. Man United
Surface level analysis.
85 or whatever million on him. He expect him to do better. That's not like why. Why is he not getting physical? Yeah.
And mind you, tell you, we do what the fuck we want here, and it's true. Sorry, the truth hurts. Sorry.
No, I can't put it in the same sentence because I'm not talking about the quality of player, by the way.
Yeah,
Pogba
obviously.
is a better talent, but in terms of how they're both being treated,
it's the same. It's the same. The treatment is the same. The expectations are the same, essentially. And and listen, I was a critic of Pogba, right? I never really was a big fan of his attitude. However, I understand that player, when he was at Manchester United, he was looked at under a microscope. Every little thing he did, every single thing he said was either misquoted, twisted for a narrative because the press just did not like him. They squeezed him out for a story. And that plus the managers he's had to play under, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ragnick, like who was before Ole was Mourinho, right? And I'm not going to speak much on Jose because I didn't see his time in Jose, but these and the quality of players around him too, like Prime said. I understand why Pogba wasn't effective at United. Also, the fact that he got switched and swapped all over the pitch. I remember games where we were seeing Paul Pogba play as a DM. Then the next game, he's in left wing. And then now he's playing in at the number 10 in the diamond formation. So
I've seen him play center back.
How can you criticize a player like Pogba when you don't even have him playing the same position consistently? You expect him to play all positions. I might as well put him in goalkeeper at that point.
And
Same thing with Enzo this season.
Right, with Pogba, because Pogba is supposed to be at a higher level talent-wise, and because of the price tag particularly, Pogba's and Enzo's, like, their 7 out of 10, let's say, their average performance will look worse than someone like a Gallagher or a McTominay, who are worse players performing.
Yeah, but he did in Rainbow the God, so you can stop the waffle. Also,
people
this.
are talking about how great.
Remember this quote, ladies and gents. Rainbow the God, Enzo will ride the bench all 24-25. Okay, quoted, stamped, notarized. Next season, when he doesn't, you're banned.
No, hey, hold on. If
your waffle is horrible.
If Enzo's on the bench and Chelsea do well, then that's fine. But if Enzo's on the bench and Chelsea are still this inconsistent, then what? Then whose fault is it?
Or what if Enzo's on the pitch and we do really well? Then what?
Like, and that's my thing. Like, people are talking about how great Gallagher of a season has had. Gallagher's been good this season in parts, but he's not been better than Enzo. Let's just be honest. He has not been. But because no one rates Gallagher, so all the good things he does looks even better. And because Enzo's at a higher talent level and he's more expensive, all the bad things or the average things that Enzo does looks worse. When Chelsea lose, it's Enzo's fault. When Chelsea win, it's Gallagher's. It's because of Gallagher. Like, people should just stop being
the shifting of the blame. Yeah, it's
way
insane too.
Fans, also, Man United fans, the way they treat Højlund and they defend him for no movement up front, no fresh touch, the way he doesn't pressure defenders.
Not Staffy though. I got to give Staffy credit for that.
Oh, no, Staffy does defend him, but other United fans are frauds. But I remember when it was Lukaku who wouldn't move, didn't run channels, only stayed within the width of the box. When Lukaku did it, he was a fat piece of shit. But when it's Højlund, we defend him. Lukaku is one of the best goal scorers we've seen grace the Premier League. He has over 100 goals. But because it's Højlund, he's young, we have to give him time. Højlund is just not that striker. He's just not that good. He's average. And his numbers show it because he's having his best ever season. And it's still not good enough.
80 million, right? Crazy price tag for bang average. Wait, sorry. Jimmy's here for that. Bang average! Freaking striker, if you ask me. Also, I'm going to leave this up while we continue discussing, just for the Enzo lovers out there. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. No, I fucking... Here we go. Boom. Yeah, you can have a hefty read at that. And in his really shit season with a hernia, this is what you get out of Enzo. Just saying. But I'll leave that here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think you put in Enzo in a... And ask the Benfica fans how they feel about Enzo leaving. I guarantee you they're not saying, good riddance, man. We stole 100 million pounds or euros, whatever it was, from Chelsea.
Ajibola, so Yele, saying that Gallagher's stats are comparable to Rice. Declan Rice has been one of the best players in the Premier League this season. Gallagher's been nowhere near. You're telling me if Gallagher played at Arsenal, they would still be challenging for the title? No, they wouldn't be. And I wanted Declan Rice. I love Declan Rice. I wanted him at Chelsea over Caicedo. Let's not compare him to Gallagher. There's a reason why Man City wanted Enzo. Pep Guardiola. There's a reason why Spurs want Gallagher. The reason why West Ham wanted Gallagher. There's a reason why Everton wanted Gallagher.
Can we just name the really obvious stat here? There's a reason why he played for Argentina and they won the World Cup with him in the starting lineup. Are you rating DePaul higher than Enzo Fernandez? Who else was in that midfield? Rodrigo DePaul, Enzo, and McAllister. And,
by the way, McAllister, by the way, that has been dribbled past the most times out of any Premier League player this season.
Yeah, but not.
Enzo's slow.
I don't hear anyone in the chat discussing how McAllister has been a flop for Liverpool.
It's all he's not been a flop, but it's all just price tag based analysis. Exactly. He cost 35 million.
Yeah, the reason he's been shit is because he's had a hernia. And he's been playing under no system and no management. But if you're too thick-skulled to even hear that through your pea-sized brain, then I recommend finding another channel, because maybe this is too...
If anyone wants to say Enzo's been poor this season, or he's been average, that's fine.
According to these stats, he's been poor.
No, but Marshall, I'll be real. I do agree that he's been average, and he needs to be a lot better. However, I can also say he needs a manager to get the best out of him. Is there anything wrong with that? No. People just don't want to be honest.
No.
Because the same rivals that will criticize Enzo, if we send him to Man City next season, they will then say, oh, look at Chelsea, another talented player that they've sold that's gone on to do great things.
Mm-hmm. It's, again, this is a player that a lot of people wanted, and we could probably still sell him and people will still want him. It's just like people want to say it's dick writing. It's just stating the facts. Like, if you're watching Chelsea every day with Enzo in that lineup, and we've sat here and admitted when Enzo's had shit games. We have been very, very grounded when it comes to Enzo. We've admitted when Enzo has bad games. And if you're watching the games, you can see how effective he is and how many times he could have had an assist or a key pass, but our attack blew it. No one wants to talk about that. I hope and I pray there's a fan out there who is an Enzo dick writer, right? Pause. Who wants to make a compilation of every time Enzo was robbed of an assist or a key pass. Kind of like what they did for Jorginho. Because I remember there was a compilation of that for Jorginho.
Do you remember the Carabao Cup, or not Carabao Cup, the FA Cup semi-final that everyone criticized Jackson for missing chances?
Mm-hmm.
If Jackson rounds Ederson and scores, that's an Enzo assist.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No one speaks on that.
No one does.
Oh.
It's just really convenient agendas, man. It's a weird one too. Like
No one's speaking about how Enzo had to pick up the ball from left back and cover Colwell. No one speaks on any of this stuff.
It baffles me too because I really cannot wait till the next over £100 million signing is signed by another team that's not us, and I really want to see how people criticize it or how people defend it, because again, I don't know, like I'm very curious because let's see if you're full of waffle or not, Rainbow and whoever else. Calm. The biggest freaking Enzo hate boner in the chat. I'm very curious, guys. In order for you to accept that Enzo's a good player, what does Enzo need to do? Like, give me some stats, give me some numbers. Like, what do you want from Enzo to justify his price tag and for you to deem him good player, good enough for Chelsea? Like, I'm very curious, like, what you want from Enzo.
Marshall,
give me a number. GNA, key passes, give me a number.
We don't even have, by the way, we don't even have to wait until the next 100 million signing. We can go to the previous one, actually. Like, I'm not saying he's been bad, but Jude Bellingham in the knockout stages has not been good, and yet he's getting PR everywhere.
Not even just Bellingham. Listen.
Hold on. I need to hold on 1 second. We have won 4 games with Enzo. We have won 3 games consecutively this season. We haven't done them in the Premier League, so get your stats right if you're gonna come out like that. But I'm waiting for.
We won a UCL knockout tie with them.
This little purple patch we are on right now. People forget we went on like 2-3 purple patches this season with Enzo in our team. Like, we're on a purple patch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now Rainbow the God. Please name me an active player in the world who is a center mid that has these stats.
If Enzo gets 15 goals, 15 assists, but like, he's not a goal scorer like that though.
I'm just so curious as to what player he comes out with, and I know I shouldn't be entertaining this, but hey, at the same time, I like to play with stupid sometimes.
No, but like, he's not Bruno. He's not a goal scorer. Enzo will not get 15 goals.
And why did we get him, Prime? Why did we pay over 100, Prime?
That's a funny criticism, by the way. People wanted to score goals.
Oh, you don't care about you don't care about other players. Well, I'm just saying, what other players are pulling up these numbers? So if other players can't do it from the center mid position, do you think maybe you're setting up unrealistic standards?
Do
you think maybe you're pretending he's the next Lampard? Because Lampard was one of a kind. There's no other Lampard.
No. But Marshall, when Lampard scored 20 goals a season consistently, people were telling me that Lampard's a second striker and he's shit in midfield. So what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. See how you're waffling now, Rainbow the God? And everyone sees this, not just me. We all see it. Everyone sees through your bullshit. So
Enzo needs 15 plus man of the matches and no shot. Okay, so how about this?
5? He said 5.
No, the first 5 games in the season, I'll even say this, the first 10 games, if Enzo gets man of the match in the first 10 games of the season, and then he's shit for the rest of the season, we'll get no criticism for being shit because he picked up 10 man of the matches.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that what we're doing?
And how many man of the matches has he gotten this season so far? 3, right?
Enzo has 4.
4 man of the matches. So if he didn't have a hernia and if he didn't get hurt, he would have had the 5 and you would have shut up, Calm? I doubt it. So again, like, it's just pure waffle. You're waffling. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. And Rainbow, I'm sorry, bro. You have 2 brain cells. And you can tell. You don't know how to watch football, bro.
Are we still on about Enzo and Gallagher? Oh, we have Gallagher in a team.
Just Enzo.
I mean,
just Enzo.
like, you could say Gallagher, we play
retarded.
better with Gallagher, but what does Gallagher do better than Enzo?
Well, here's the thing. If I'm going to have a fair assessment of Gallagher, and you guys don't have to agree with me, this is my opinion, right? I think when it comes to mobility and being able to, like, have an engine,
Okay, yeah.
I think Gallagher's engine is a lot better.
Yes,
I think Gallagher is more willing to get stuck in with tackles, and I think his tackling ability is better. Other than that, I think they're just about par when it comes to goal scoring ability. I know Enzo's going to give me the better passes. I know Enzo's going to create the better chances. And I know Enzo is probably going to have the better possession stats.
He reads the game way better.
And he does read the game better, yes.
And that is important too, by the way. You want to say off the ball, like, you know, how Gallagher presses. Reading the game is very important. That's what Jorginho did very well too. You know, we didn't praise him enough, but yeah.
Enzo is fatter than Reece James. Now, that's also not true.
Than recent James.
Enzo starts for.
I'm done playing with my food at this point.
Enzo starts in every midfield in this country. I don't know what we're doing. He starts for Man City.
United.
Yeah.
He starts for Man City over what?
Over
obviously what we're doing. That's why they wanted him. He starts for Liverpool because that's why they wanted him. He starts for Arsenal.
Yeah. Who's that two midfield? It's Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Odegaard, isn't it? Yeah, that's their three midfield.
Now Partey's getting back.
I know, yeah, but Enzo gets in.
Partey should be on a wing right now. He starts in that Arsenal midfield.
He actually does get in every team. Man United, easy. Tottenham, yes. Aston Villa, who's in the top 4 right now, yes, easy. There's no question. But I think we just got to bitch at the, you know, the most expensive player in our team.
He would also be in Real Madrid's team.
Also, like, what bothers me a little bit too is like, where's the consistency? Because I'm seeing a lot of talk about Enzo this, Enzo that. Caicedo costs us more, and he's playing well right now. So come out with your criticism about Caicedo then. If you're gonna come out with criticism of Enzo, he's got less GA as well.
Marshall, you forget. They were criticizing both Enzo and Caicedo earlier in the season, but because Caicedo,
but right now, but that's what I mean. No. If they want to keep it consistent, Prime, let's see the criticisms for Caicedo as well.
No. But that's the thing, Marshall. They cannot criticize Enzo or Caicedo now because he's playing well. So everything gets shifted to Enzo. I've realized that everything's now on Enzo.
Enzo's out of the team. We're playing better now. Ridiculous. You guys are idiots.
I mean, Enzo, but we lost 6-0 to Arsenal. So are you telling me with Enzo there, it would have been 8-0? Oh, sorry, we lost 5-0 to Arsenal.
We did, yeah.
I'm getting there. Like, what do rivals want us to do? Should we sell Enzo?
Don't listen to rivals. They're not gonna.
Rivals
no, like, that's why I say if you want, let's have actual conversations. Enzo's so bad.
They don't want to though.
How does Enzo get better? Should we sell him? And if so, who do we sell him to?
I know. Have an actual discussion. They'd make genuine points.
Caicedo doesn't have more GA than Enzo.
Nope.
Doesn't the progressive passes isn't there? Like, where's the? And he costs more, guys. He costs more.
Did he?
Oh, by the way,
Caicedo costs us more. Where's the criticism for Caicedo?
Forget these past few games where Cucurella has been inverted into midfield. I know it looks great, it looks amazing, but why is Cucurella playing in midfield to progress the ball out the back? Could it be because our double pivot, particularly Gallagher, can't progress the ball, so we need an extra man in there to play the ball?
And Gallagher could be further up.
Is that the reason why? Maybe no one wants to have that conversation because if Enzo was in there, Cucurella wouldn't need to invert. Because we'd have a ball progressive. But whatever.
Yeah. And that's why I hear the like I'm all for criticizing Enzo. I think there are things to criticize Enzo about. But actually come with the criticism and not the pure waffle that I'm hearing in the chat. He hasn't done anything for 18 months. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. He was almost player of the season in half a season last year. So yeah. Bullshit. He was man of the match 4 times this season. Yeah, hasn't done anything for us this season. So
he got the game-winning assist.
Yeah,
he got the game-winning assist against Man United. He scored a wonder free kick against Aston Villa when we beat them.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done fuck off, Prime.
He dominated. He was the best player on the pitch against Liverpool opening game of the season.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
think
god!
he had
Oh my god!
Yeah, man,
I got something
it was,
brilliant for you
Brighton
guys.
and-
Oh, this is even better. This is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for moments like this, people.
He was brilliant
Watch,
against Man
watch.
City home and away. I remember when we played
Prime,
Arsenal.
you can read this for me, Prime.
What? I should read this.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Enzo Fernandez, since he joined Chelsea, assists ranked 5th. Key passes first with 77. Tackles he's ranked first with 138. Ball recoveries he's ranked first with 321. Accurate long balls he's ranked first with 340. Accurate passes he's ranked first with 3,584. SofaScore rating he's ranked second with a 7.24.
He hasn't done shit, Prime. What are you talking about? You're waffling. He hasn't done anything in the past 18 months.
And again, like that, those are like people can say Chelsea have been like, well, who cares because Chelsea are shit and they're lower in the table. You're right, but he's still been one of our best players. So
Key
that
passes.
shows me, Marshall,
Key passes.
That shows me, Marshall, that shows me because of people don't watch Chelsea. Because we're bad, people don't watch us.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this. That's why rivals defend Pochettino. Like, Marshall, you defending Poch. You watch us, so whatever. You have, I guess, some sort of logic. Rivals who do not watch Chelsea defending Pochettino doesn't make sense, because in the same breath, you'll also slander Enzo and tell me Gallagher's
good look here. I just do this, right?
And that's
zoom in
heat
so
map.
you guys get a good look.
Yeah, that's right.
The heat
That
map
heat
is
map
crazy.
for that overweight player.
Yep. Yep. I mean, yo, remember this was dumb, right? Remember when we were linked to him and we were trying to get him? There were actual Chelsea fans showing, look at his kit. It's wet. It's sweat. That's hard working player. The amount of waffle that people were trying to go through to get this guy, which, listen, at the end of the day, I appreciate Enzo. I like, listen, for me, I like Jorginho. I like Enzo. These are the type of players that I like. I like good passes to the ball. Key passes, for those of you who have 2 brain cells like Rainbow the God and maybe Calm, key passes is pre-assists, for those who don't know. So he's first when it comes to pre-assists. So what that tells me, since he's joined Chelsea, he's been our best outlet for creating our goal-scoring opportunities. But he doesn't do anything. All right. Fair enough, guys.
People just
No,
don't know
you're
how
right.
football works. They think the ball magically floats to the final
Yeah.
third. You know?
But here's Chelsea look better without him, but like, what is our metric on that? We've only played, how many games have we played without Enzo?
About a handful, I think.
Yeah, just a handful. That's
Is it
about
even 5? Is it more than 5?
Maybe
I don't
just
think
under.
it's-
I'm trying to remember.
maybe.
So what? 5 games?
Hey,
is
yo.
enough for
Because I think. Wait. So the first game.
What,
the
2 hours
first
in?
game-
Ahmed?
Yeah, I might end soon, Ahmed, but feel free if we're still on.
So the first game we played without him was Villa, because that was the first time we started doing the Kukurea thing, and that.
So we played Villa, who were poor that game.
They really are. It's really crazy. Go ahead. Sorry.
We played Villa,
Let me
who
get
were
another
poor
beer.
that game. By the way, Oliver.
Yeah.
People don't want to mention that. People just want to.
Spurs.
Well, we beat Villa earlier this season with Enzo, by the way. We played Spurs, who we battered earlier this season with Enzo, by the way. Who else?
Nottingham Forest.
The Nottingham Forest game that we only won because of Reece James and Sterling.
Yep.
And Nkunku. Who else?
and then this game.
And now tonight, Brighton. Who Brighton are poor. So
Yeah.
that's the sample size you want to use.
Pretty much.
That's the sample size you want to use. We didn't play. Oh, you forgot. We lost 5-0 to Arsenal. No one mentions that though.
Enzo was playing.
Was he?
Yes, that was his last game.
Oh, the Arsenal game was his last game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I actually thought I didn't know he played that game. Fair enough.
I'm actually.
I mean, he didn't do a lot.
I forgot about that game. It was 5-0. It was bad. So I'm yeah.
Hmm.
But like,
Whatever.
I like Gallagher, but like don't like say to him, well, any of us, like he's better, because you can't list anything he's better than Enzo, but pressing and running and availability, and maybe he's more versatile. I don't know, but like he doesn't offer anything as a midfielder more than Enzo would, like passing, through balls, reading the game, on the ball, yeah, like stuff like that. Like he's more press proven and Gallagher. Like anything, like you can't list me anything. Gallagher is really better than Enzo, but press and running, and Gallagher's good at that, and it is useful, but like it's not what you look into in midfield. Do you think Real Madrid will look at Gallagher or Enzo? I know who Real Madrid are looking for. I know you guys know who they're looking for. They're not looking for Gallagher. They're looking for Enzo. It's silly talk.
You know
it's
what,
silly
Chris?
talk.
You're gonna have some dumbasses that are gonna try and tell us, "Oh, but they have Valverde. They'll look at Gallagher."
Valverde's talented.
I know exactly, but people try and do this weird thing where they say like Valverde's a Gallagher clone. Valverde is the evolved version of a Conor Gallagher.
I would wish Conor Gallagher be like a Valverde, because Valverde is a very physical running like type of player as well, but Valverde is very talented on the ball.
I'd like to point something out. For those of you saying that we won this game without Enzo, we won that game without Enzo, yada, 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 yada. Just want to point out, that when Conor Gallagher was subbed off last game is when we made our comeback against Nottingham Forest. Ooh, Conor Gallagher is holding us back.
No, but Marshall, here's the thing, right? Let me just say this. I agree we're better without Enzo. So why didn't Pochettino drop Enzo earlier? If he had dropped Enzo earlier, would we not be higher up and be top 4? Or he's comfortably fifth by now. So, and this is my whole thing stems off. If we're better without this player, we're better without that player. That's fine. Why has Poch persisted? If Enzo's our problem,
is it about winning games or is it about the cost? I'm just saying. People want to pretend like it's their wallet, but go ahead.
No, but like this, I know the people who slander Enzo will defend Poch. So tell me, if Enzo's so bad, why was he not dropped earlier? Make it make sense, honestly. Because that tells me it's Poch's fault then, not Enzo's fault. So.
Yeah, it's just baffling to me. Like you clearly don't watch the games. It's you know what it is. You know what it is. I'm gonna have a hot take right now. I think, for me, midfielders like Frank Lampard ruined what it is to actually be a CM. And
Lampard plays a 10 as well a lot.
I only say that because I feel like everyone thinks that what it means to be a top center mid is you have to be like Lampard. And don't get me wrong, I respect Lampard. I love what Lampard did for the club. Even in his stint as a manager, I appreciate a little more than others, but that's just me. But I genuinely think that everyone sees all these midfielders as with Lampard tinted glasses. Oh, is he as good as Lampard? Is he as next coming of Lampard? Yada yada yada. It's absurd. It's absurd, and they don't live up to those standards. They're not good enough, especially now with the price tags. And mind you, people, I don't know if you've noticed a trend here. Players are getting more and more expensive nowadays. So before you know it, because I know Chris likes to say, oh, we should get a player for 40, 30, all this and that. Name me a young player, or name me a player that's not a youth player that's costing that much money, Chris.
Marshall, what's your hot take?
My hot take is that I think Lampard has ruined what people think a CDM or a CM should be.
Marshall, you know why I disagree with you? You know why? Because people will tell me Frank Lampard's not that good of a midfielder because all he did was score goals.
That is insane.
So again, why do we want a midfielder to just be scoring goals? Because when Bruno does it, Bruno's not that good.
Oh, Bruno's so bad though.
The thing is, that's not. I hate that.
Marshall, that's my
I
point.
hate that.
Talk to me. I know it's a
That's
hot
my-
take.
Yeah, but Marshall, that's my point though. You don't want a midfielder just scoring goals. Because Lampard didn't just score goals. He didn't just get assists. He dictated our midfield. Deco and Ballack are both, you can nigh on say, generational midfielders for their club and countries. But when they came to Chelsea, they both played second fiddle to Frank Lampard. Essien played second fiddle to Frank Lampard.
What were you gonna say, Oliver?
I just hate the way people, like in 2024, people reduce Frank Lampard to being a goalkeeper. He had so much more to his game than that.
Yeah, I agree.
He could play all three midfield positions, 6, 8, 10. He was one of the best playmakers I've seen. Like some of the passes, you guys need to go and watch some footage. Go do your homework.
I got you. Hold on. Nadia, I got you. I got you so good. Trust me.
Wait, what?
Take care of this for you. I'll take care of this for you, Nadia.
Maybe the camera.
I'll take care of these.
do
Maybe
you
they
mean?
make
Look-
Enzo passes look good. Okay. I got you, fam. Don't worry, man. I'm here to take care of you.
You know how many
That's
times
Casually
he-
FC is all about. No, Chris, I got it. I'll just...
I mean, the key pass is like how many times he creates like good chances for other players to make a good chance, or he creates good chances for
Right.
a player to score.
Marshall, what did that
But maybe he
guy
just
say?
looked good because of the camera angle.
I mean,
Marshall,
stats
Nadia
make him
says
look
camera angles are usually makes Enzo passes look good. Can anyone name me another expensive, high-profile midfielder that their passes looked great on comps on YouTube? Paul Labelle Pogba. I'm
Paul
right.
Pogba.
Yeah.
I am right.
Oh my god.
I guarantee he looks like the best midfielder you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever
So
it is,
listen.
what it is.
The thing is, it's not so much that I love Enzo. Because I do like Enzo. Listen, I love Enzo. I'll say it right now, I'll admit it. Enzo's sexual. But at the same time, I also love Jorginho. So I just appreciate a solid midfielder. I didn't want Jorginho to leave. When all you fucking dick riders were hate bonering around Jorginho, not people in the panel, obviously, just chat and Chelsea fans in general, I was defending him. Ballon d'Or George, okay? That was my guy. But most of you, despite him being in Ballon d'Or contention, most of you want to say he was useless, he was shit. Now what is he doing at Arsenal? Bottling the league. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point.
It was the big man, Marshall.
I know. I brought him down to that last part right there.
Old man Jorginho was following the league. Prime Jorginho should have won the Ballon d'Or and got robbed by Messi.
That might be something over there. Logic.
People
and,
say it's a joke him getting top 3. Nah, he deserved to be top 3.
Prime Jorginho. Yeah, that is true. Actually, the Enzo agenda is those driven over can get over. Man, that is actually true.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That could be it.
And
That could be why so many
I'm
people
not-
are so butthurt.
I'm not an Enzo defender. I'll be real. Would I sell him? If you give me an adequate midfielder, I would sell him. I don't have an attachment to Enzo like that. I'll be so real. But I'm also not dumb.
Give me a good
I can-
midfielder, though.
Yeah. Do you want me to name one? Are you saying?
No, I'm
trying to
just saying, like, if we were to sell him, give me a good midfielder, though.
Yeah, give me one of adequate quality.
And again, I don't
also
care
not-
if they
I'm not-
score goals and get assists. I just want them to do what Enzo's doing. Give me creative plays, key passes, all that shit. That's what he's
Basically what we got
doing.
now.
And again, I go back to this. If we are better without Enzo, why did Pochettino not drop Enzo earlier?
People are going to say the price tag, but Mikhailo Mudryk was dropped multiple times, and he cost us nearly 80 million with that on.
Well, potentially 80.
Marshall, have you not realized I've been saying this for a couple of months now? Or, like, drop Enzo. If he's not working, drop him.
Yeah. You know, Sterling is on one of the highest wages.
Bernardo Silva.
We can't drop him, can we?
Hey, when,
We did.
when Poch is still here next season, I can't wait for Enzo to play centre back, man. That's the one position he hasn't played in this team.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
It's coming.
Fuck off.
Enzo on that back three. Ooh, you're not ready.
It's gonna hit different, man. It's gonna hit different.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind. I would be worried that Bernardo Silva is starting
He's
to
getting old.
decline. I think he's getting old, but I wouldn't mind this. I think
I
Bernardo
mean, he's a
Silva's
better
balling.
midfielder. He's a better midfielder, but like,
Yeah, I would
And
say.
when Enzo goes to Man City and they win a 5p and the Champions League, people will tell us that
Why do
Chelsea
we
have sold
give
another talented player.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Listen, and again, we've seen it now. Now it's clear. It's all because of the price tag.
you know, sorry, you know, it would be a great swap, but Real Madrid will never do it. Is Jude? He would get you goals, man. He would get you goals. There you go.
Jude's only getting goals because he's
'Cause he's
playing
playing
under
10.
Ancelotti.
And as
He
a 10,
has
yeah.
a much better team around him, and he's playing as a 10.
Yeah.
Ancelotti can get anyone to score. I bet you Ancelotti, if he really wanted to, can get Thibaut Courtois to score in that team. That's how good he is at getting people to fucking score goals. And you know that. We all know this. He did it with Drogba.
I mean, yeah, he's got a very good style.
Drogba's best goal-scoring season was under Ancelotti.
Yeah.
So, for me, listen, I like Enzo. I'm not going to hide away from it. But I just like good center mids. I like Jorginho. I like
why will
Modric.
Enzo sign? Hold
They
on.
signed
Why will Enzo?
Kovacic.
Hold on, Nadia. Why will City sign Enzo? Because Pep Guardiola wanted Enzo last year.
That's true. They signed Phillips for crying out loud. You acting like Enzo is worse than the Phillips. Like they signed Phillips for 50 million.
If you offered Enzo to Man City, Pep would snap your hand.
Yes. Because City wanted Enzo, yeah, exactly. I mean, he's one of, to me, he's one of the top midfielders in the world. He's been, like you said, there's a bit of context. He's been fighting hernia for 6 months. He's been playing through like pain and stuff like that. Yeah, he's been taking painkillers and all that, but that's not going to fix all the problems, by the way. He's not going to be 100%, and he's been playing still good games. He hasn't played all poorly. And sometimes when he does play poorly this season, he's played as a 10. He's actually played left back. I've seen him at left back, hugging the left back for a good while. I don't think he's played left wing. I forgot, but yeah, he's been playing all over the place. It's horrible to use him. Oh, you already found it. I gotta say it's fake, Marshall.
Didn't take very long.
No, it won't. It was all over the place. Like I think Fabrizio was tweeting about it as well.
Yep.
Oh, you know who also wanted him as well, Marshall? If you can find this, Liverpool.
Oh yeah, they definitely wanted him. They wanted him and Caicedo.
We got you.
The reason why we got him because we reacted as well early. We did it in January. It was a big price tag.
Chelsea weren't willing, even though the price would have been a lot cheaper if we waited until the summer. Chelsea were not willing to wait until the summer to not get it.
Because other clubs could have bought him. So it's smart by Chelsea.
Liverpool transfer news as Reds seduced by new Enzo Fernandez amid Man City battle threat.
Oh, Man City mentioned again, eh?
Again, 2 sources now. Again, believe what you want to believe, hate what you want to hate. I've shown you proof. Again, you believe what you want to believe. All right? If you saw Jesus Christ in front of you and he showed you his ID, which I don't know why Jesus Christ would have an ID, but why not? It's 2024. Shows you his ID. It says Jesus H. Christ. You would still think it's not Jesus.
Wait.
So,
his middle name is H.
I don't know what his middle name is. I thought it was. I don't know. Jesus H.
What?
Christ.
Wouldn't his middle name be J?
Jesus J. Christ?
Yeah,
By
because
the way,
does it not usually happen where the sons, their middle name is taken from like their father or their grandfather? Jesus, Joseph.
No,
Christ.
the middle name can be anything, isn't it? Can it? Pretty sure that's what it is.
by the way, he would get in City's team because they either play centre back in their mid. They play midfield in their centre back in their midfield. Sorry, and Bernardo Silva doesn't play central midfield normally for Man City. He plays more of a wide attacking midfielder. So he's definitely getting that midfield, by the way.
Logic. How is Jesus Christ in the tackle?
Yeah, right. Can Jesus Christ get stuck in?
I don't know, man.
Can he fight for the badge? Can he fight for the badge?
Will he tap the badge? How is he coming off the bench? Is he a better coming off the bench player?
I know he died on the cross, but can he do it on a cold windy night at Stoke?
Yo, what the fuck? We're going to hell. We're all going to hell. All right, one last thing I'm going to talk about before we close out the show, because this is the thing. As much as I like to defend Enzo, I just like to talk about Enzo. So, wow. Look who decided to show up.
Yeah, you can come for the last topic.
Last topic, because I do want to end it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean? Well, listen, I know I'm the man that everyone's waiting for.
All right,
There we
fair
go.
enough, Waffle.
Beautiful.
Nope, that was horrible. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Hold on,
Think
I'll
it's
get
him,
you
man.
back in.
He has that
He
him
is not
attitude too
him.
much.
You are not him. You are not him. Okay, let's get him back in. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to bring up, guys, is Pochettino. No, he's not okay. He was a bit dizzy. We used the concussion substitution, so it means it's 7 days out, and we can't use him in the next game. So, in Nkunku, why are you clapping, bro?
That's the last game of Mudryk in a Chelsea shirt, bro.
No,
Why are you not happy? Why are you not happy?
It's probably not.
Probably not, but you understand
Yes, it is.
that
Next season, mate,
I
he's
guess
going
Sterling saying
to
then.
Racing Club Strasbourg. Come on, man. Why
Well,
are
I
you
guess
not
we're
happy
keeping
about that?
then we're keeping Sterling, by the way, most likely. Hope you know that.
Listen,
Yeah,
man,
that's
new
what I'm
left wing
trying to-
coming. New left wing coming soon, Dorian. New left wing coming soon. I
there's
don't know if
been
you
no
know.
Yeah,
there's
I'm
been no
Sterling
links
he's
to
saying.
left winger.
Listen, left wing coming soon, man. Trust, love and trust.
You know
Ahmed
we need
knows,
two
man.
left
There's no,
wingers,
there's
right?
no
Ahmed
winger
knows.
links. Ahmed doesn't know.
Ahmed knows.
Ahmed said Pochettino was leaving at the end of Christmas.
No, he might stay.
We went a serious club. So what did we to do? We went a serious club then. So
Hey,
Ahmed
we
doesn't
might get
know.
top five. We
Listen,
might get top five.
can I get full screen quickly? Because I want
That's
to talk
serious.
about someone. If you don't mind.
Not really, because I'm trying to end the show, Ahmed.
But
You
let me-
showed up.
I wanna
You
give-
showed up 2.5 hours late. What makes you think? What
But-
the fucking audacity of you to come here and ask for favors and oh my god! Oh, you have me rattled. You have me
Are
rattled
you
on
not
these Enzo
satisfied?
fucking cocks.
Are you not satisfied? You know what I mean? I've given
All right.
hard hours to the
Anyway,
street before.
no, you know you. Well, okay, before.
Well, I already
About
missed
today.
today.
Yeah,
No.
you did.
Of course.
Anyways, this means either Raheem Sterling or Nkunku are going to play left wing next game.
Probably Nkunku. He's preferring Nkunku over Sterling. He literally played Nkunku left wing, to be honest.
Nkunku did play 60 minutes today.
Listen, bro. Nkunku's nation. You know what I mean? Balloon nation. You know what I mean? Nitrous oxide nation. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
actually happy he finally
You know what I
inflated
mean?
that balloon today.
You know what I mean? But sadly, listen, he should have been not be doing that in Brighton and London. You know what I mean? Or Birmingham, for that matter. Because he could be arrested for 7 years for possession of nitrous oxide laughing gas in the UK. That's a new law that's just come into place. So, Nkunku, please stay safe. You know what I mean? We're all safe. Please.
Are you? I can't tell if you're waffling or not.
I'm being serious.
Are you being dead ass?
I mean,
Yes, laughing
they
gas
are-
is illegal in the UK.
They are.
I know, I
legal.
get that. I get that, but why are you saying that when he inflated it with his mouth?
Yeah, exactly.
You never know, man. You never. I didn't see that. You know, the cameras are not showing that.
Huh?
So
Yeah,
it's
the
all
cameras
alleged
did.
right now.
I will literally
all
pull it up
alleged.
for you right now.
You know what I mean?
The cameras did show
it's-
it. That's why I'm like,
it's
why are
alleged.
you saying that?
Right
I
now,
can't-
Look what
It's
Adam
alleged.
says. Look what Adam says.
That's why I
was
said,
wondering
like,
why
are you
he's
being
saying this.
serious?
Listen,
I mean,
that, again, man. That's allegedly. You know what I mean? We need. I don't know, man.
Oh, it's probably
We've seen.
no,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right there we can see some
No,
nitrous
no.
oxide in there. You know what I mean? Stay roll safe there, mate. You know, roll safe.
just put balloon by him, or go to media. Yeah. I don't know.
Hey. Hey, Ahmed. Guess who got the assist for Nkunku?
Oh, he's blowing it with his mouth.
Who? Gusto.
Ahmed.
Gusto
Yeah?
Nation. Gusto Nation, man.
Ahmed. Guess who got sent off?
We're
not.
All I have to say, man. All I have to say, yeah. What's your excuse today, real Chris? Yeah, on your boy, yeah, brick boy Reece. You know what I mean? You know
Bro,
what I
we
mean?
literally
Talk to me
talked
about
about
him.
this for an hour.
Nah, man. I'm here now, Marshall.
No,
Marshall,
I want
I'm
to end
here.
my stream.
Marshall,
Thank
I'm
you,
here,
Prime.
please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen.
Also,
You know what I mean?
also,
Listen.
I will say, ladies and gents, if you are here, if you haven't done so already, Smash the like button because I dropped the facts today on Enzo.
What did
And
he drop?
also
What facts he
'cause-
drop? He's washed. Enzo's washed. Get him out, man.
All right.
What's he on?
That was the. I don't know what he's on. He's on that nitrous oxide.
Yeah, he's been-
that fucking
come looking,
Nkunku.
man.
He accused Nkunku of. But, ladies and gents, I guess we're in agreement that it's probably going to be Nkunku in left wing.
Yeah, like unless Sterling. We could see potential
I don't think
Sterling.
Sterling.
I mean, he's been alright actually. When he's come on, I can't lie. He's actually been alright, but I would prefer
Well, I'll
Nkunku.
bring you in to defend yourself on that one.
90 million for Enzo.
What?
90 million for Enzo right now.
Cool.
Gallagher,
We could probably get it.
Gallagher, Casado, clear.
So who would you replace that money with, Enzo?
Give me 60 million to Hernandez, and then get me a left winger for 30 million.
What about the midfielder?
Don't worry, man. We got Guchuku and Lavia.
Who played 37 minutes?
Don't worry,
And
man.
the other one played I don't know how long. Yes, that's great.
Listen, man. Don't worry, man. I already know. If not, listen. Kepa and Turam, 15 million. I'm going to take a cheeky leak on that. Kepa and Turam, 15 million from OG Nice.
Bro, I am so glad
You know
don't build
what?
Teams.
You know what,
I'm
man.
so glad you don't build teams, bro.
My great new up and comer, Desiree Doué, wanted by Bayern Munich, wanted by Borussia Dortmund, wanted by even the big old team Bayern Leverkusen. From Rennes, top player, can play the cam role perfectly, can play the 8 role sensationally. Let's bring him to the Chelsea. 30 million as well.
Can I just say, Joel, I find it very hypocritical you're saying this because if I said it, you'd be on my neck. Ahmed, how much did you say for Enzo?
90 million.
90 million for Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, low key, we could get that for Reece James, but what?
Listen, I can't lie to you, man. Reece James, man, he needs to sort out his attitude, bro. This guy's wearing the captain's armband, and he's kicking out players. What's wrong with this fraud, man? What's wrong with this fat boy, man? You know what I mean? He needs to chill out, man. You know what I mean? Listen, we need you on the pitch, you know? We need you on the pitch. Imagine against Bournemouth here, we need a whipping cross. Where's Reece James? Where's the leader? Where's the man that needs to...
You act like captain's never done this, Ahmed.
Where is that, man?
You act like captain's never done this for Chelsea. Chelsea.
Captain, no. Listen, we don't care about Terry. We know what Terry also was. All right, that's just who Terry was, isn't it? Like,
but he was the greatest captain of all time, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
it doesn't matter
listen, I'm afraid to say that one. That's a big X because of reasons that we shall not speak about on this channel. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you right now, though. Yeah, Reece James, you have failed.
Listen,
you have failed Chelsea.
John Terry was a good enough captain to be racist. Reece James is not a good enough player to be fat.
Whoa!
Huh? No, man.
Nah.
Okay.
Listen, all I want to say,
Cucurella.
Marshall, can I ask you a question, bro? I want to ask you a question. Who told you that Chelsea was going to get Europa League this season? Who told you that Chelsea was going to get Europa League this season, Marshall? Who told you?
I did.
I did. It was me.
I did.
It was me.
I predicted them to finish 6. I predicted them to finish 6.
Ahmed, you're a fraud because this is now where I have to kill you. You said that because the discussion we all had was if we finish in the Conference League, and you said no, I don't want Conference League. If we finish Conference League, don't take it. That was what
but I predicted before the
let him land.
I predicted before the Conference League, though. I already said that we're gonna finish in the Europa League spot. So I believed. He didn't believe. He didn't. I was telling Marshall that Newcastle was gonna lose to United. He was telling me that's not gonna happen.
No, in that
I didn't say
prediction.
that.
Wait, hang on. In that prediction, you said Chelsea top 6.
Yes.
You said Chelsea top 6.
Yes. Listen, I believed in this team. I believe.
Ahmed, after this team, actually, you know what? During my break, when we're done with the season, I'm gonna look up all the receipts, Ahmed, and you better show up because your ass is on grass, bro. Your ass is on grass.
Hey,
I'm gonna pull up the receipts.
Listen, bring out the receipts.
And you better not
Bring
flip flop.
out the receipts.
Because you know what, Ahmed? I'll do what I did for Waffle. I'll make a nice video. I'll put you on big screen, reverb it out, show you the games. I'll make a nice Premiere Pro college admission video just for you, my friend. I only need that week off from this stream. So time will tell.
Listen,
but ladies
man,
and gents,
I believe in this team. Joe, you could hold it, mate, because I believed in this team. Yeah. Dick can hold it because I believe in this team. Marshall can hold it because I believe in this team. Oliver can hold it because I believed in this team. I believe in the players of a Poch always. I knew they would come.
Hey, honestly, the Oliver comment, I'll back it if we actually get 6th place next stream. Because Oliver, don't think I didn't forget how you moved, bro.
I need Jordan. I can't lie. I need Jordan on here. You get me? Jordan, we need it.
You're a fraud because you don't believe in our team. There are players in this team that are getting us your belief that you don't believe in.
I don't care. I don't believe in team.
Wait. I got you. There you go, Cucurella.
Oh, get him out of here, man. Get this fraud out of my eyes, man. Get him out of it. I don't want to see him, man. I don't want to see him. Oh my god, man. Get him out of my eyesight, man. My eyes are hurting, man. This fraud nearly cost us the game. He nearly cost us the game. All of the crosses here are coming from his side.
He got an assist, you know that, right?
That's not an assist.
Yes, what?
That's not an assist, bro.
That was an assist. That was an assist.
No, that's crazy.
He passed it, Cole Palmer made a goal out of it. So yeah, that's an assist.
That's not an assist, man.
He did a 5-yard pass, Marshall. He did a 5-yard pass. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Not really.
I want to big up my driller Uguchukwu. You know what I mean? Lining up the mandem, making sure they're in line. You know what I mean? Uguchukwu Nation, we believe. Next season, yeah, he's gonna.
What did Madueke do today, by the way?
Madueke, great game, tracking back,
absolutely
making sure
garbage game,
after
but
Gusto,
okay.
You know what I mean? But hey, listen, what did Jackson do, Marshall? True, showed it, man. You know what I'm saying to you?
I don't have a Jackson agenda. I don't know why you keep pretending like I have a Jackson agenda.
Jackson wasn't bad, but he fucked up a 1v1. He fucked up a 1v1. And he fucked up an easy assist. So
Chris has more of a Jackson agenda than I do.
I don't have a Jackson agenda.
I don't have a Jackson
agenda.
But
I'm going to back you up, Marshall. He could have got a goal and assist and he fucked it.
Of course, Chris has a Jackson agenda. Makes sense.
It does make sense.
Makes sense you have a Jackson agenda.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Because Jackson is actually skinny and healthy and in shape. It makes sense.
Listen, yeah, Jackson Nation, yeah, we believed in. Nkunku Nation, I was the one that even named it Nkunku Christ. Because that's the way everyone was looking at him. I was the one that said that first.
You also said that because you didn't think he was going to be the Christ that was going to save us all. Like, Nkunku's not that guy. Nkunku's not that guy. The fan base have to stop glazing this guy. Nkunku's not that guy. That was you, Ahmed. That's why you named him Nkunku Christ, because you were making fun of the fans.
Listen, I'm the one that created it at the end of the day. I'm the one that people are following, using his name. I'm the creator. It don't matter how I said it, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna do like what people do for vampires for Ahmed. There you go, man. Hold that. Hold that.
Oh my god, I'm
Hold that.
Ahmed, you should be
whenever you misbehave, bro, I'm just like, hey.
Keep him away from me. Keep him away from me. I will
do you reckon this owner should be stupid enough to sell him next season, by the way? Do you reckon this owner should be stupid enough to sell him?
Question.
Kind of works.
No. Ahmed, last summer, Cucurella was linked to Man United. Would you have done a swap deal, Cucurella for Dallo last summer?
Yes! Wallahi, I would have done it. I would have done it in a heartbeat. I would have done it in a heartbeat. You hear me? I would have done it. I would have done it, man.
Let's show him.
Here's my sandwich. This is my fresh sandwich. Yeah, it's my fresh sandwich. Have it, man.
Huh? What? I'm so confused.
What just happened?
But Cucurella has been way better than a lot.
Listen, send him back to Getafe. Send Cucurella back to Getafe. Send Cucurella back to Getafe.
You brought Ahmed on and he ruined the stream.
Send Cucurella back to Getafe, bro. Send Cucurella back to Getafe. You know what I'm saying? Send him back there, bro. That's where he's good at, man. You know what I mean? He ain't good at anywhere else, man.
What did Cucurella do to you, man? What did he do to you?
What did Reece James do for you, mate? Let's answer that question.
What did he do for me?
What did he do for you, mate?
1, he helped us win Champions League. 2, he became one of the best fullbacks in the world.
We keep on hearing you're one of the best fullbacks in the world, but I don't see him play. How can he be the best if he's not playing?
Yes, the last two seasons, you can argue that.
Ahmed, you grew up in London. What Reece has done for Chris is they both go to Molly's together every Friday.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. It's crazy, man. Listen, man. All I'm gonna say, boys, it's looking good, man. The sun is shining. What did Poch say, by the way? I'm so confused about what Poch said, by the way. About this is not his team, this is Chelsea's team. What did he mean by that?
It was just out of context. Like,
was that out of context? All right, fair enough. I'm asking.
Yeah, it wasn't completely. It's just completely different if you actually listen to him. Different interview.
Marshall can hold that, man. Marshall can hold that. He cannot be amused all he wants. But we're here to bring the minerals. You know what I mean? We're here to be the meat and potatoes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm Ahmed fucking Abdi. You know what I mean? They're all got a reference, but we're just gonna be one. I need to send Marshall that tweet, Marshall. Have you seen the tweet I'm talking about, Marshall?
No, but I just saw this.
Oh no, Ahmed. Damn, Ahmed looks a bit different.
Between me and United. You know what, man? United, for some reason, they just have luck for some reason. So I'll put United, in my opinion, 5th place. In 6th place, I will then put Newcastle in 6th, in my opinion.
So yeah, you predicted Chelsea to finish in Europa, right?
Oh, no. I'm the one who told you, huh?
Don't make me bring out the receipts, Ahmed. I told you, you don't want the smoke.
Listen, I want the smoke. I want the smoke.
I'm always right, Ahmed. I'm from it. I'm always right. I always get it right. I'm the big man in town. Oh, I always get it right.
I mean, I put Chelsea 8th, I think. So
I care. Listen, bring it all up, man. Listen, I can at least back my points in that previous point in time. You know what I mean? I ain't higher than nowhere.
You're the one who told Marshall and all of us, even though Marshall said in prediction we'll get top 6. So
listen,
because Marshall
maybe beginning of the season. I said in the beginning of the season they're gonna get 6. So
I think most of us put them in top 5, top 6 because we expected that.
Listen, don't you dare! How dare you put me as a QPR fan in that shithole place? You know what, QPR? It's the Shepherd's Bush.
I wouldn't be surprised to match
absolute shithole in between the whole. Their stadium, yeah, is literally in a council estate, big man. And you think I'm supporting that football club? How dare you, man?
Exactly. You know, Ahmed's home is Sellers Park, man. Come on.
Sellers.
Oh my god. Oh my god, man.
That would explain a lot, actually. Oh my god. All right, let's end this stream, man. Enough of the waffling. We're gonna come back.
Marshall, ask a question. Last question. This is the last question for the stream before we end it all. I'm hearing Tuchel Ban is going to be making an appearance. He's going to be staying on the season at Bayern. What are your thoughts on that? Obviously, as a guy.
As a guy. As opposed to human, as a host, as a guy.
As a guy, yeah.
Listen, you will know after the season's done. That's when you will know, because we're gonna have this Tuchel debate, and this is gonna end once and for all. Okay. You heard it here, folks.
I want to have this debate cleanly, so I'll win the Tuchel debate.
It's still up in debate. It's up in debate.
No. I killed you in the have this debate.
It's up to debate. But yeah, there will be a Tuchel debate. And I think it's a very necessary Tuchel debate because we always bring him up and we need to stop because then it always turns to a debate. So I think this is the one time to settle it. So I'll let you know then, man. But I remember all the smoke you had for him. I'll bring those up too. But ladies and gents, today's Wednesday. I think we're going to have a Casually Chelsea show on Saturday because we can't do it on Sunday. Sunday's the last game of the season. So we'll be doing the Sunday to react to the game of the season and then Saturday for the Casually Chelsea show. After that, I'm taking a break off for a week because I need to catch up with work and all that fun stuff. So be on the lookout. There will be content over the preseason, obviously. Also be on the lookout for American Waffle will have content over there as well. But big up to the panel, big up to everyone who stuck around, and big up to everyone watching right now. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. It does help us out tremendously. About 80 of you watching on YouTube. If you haven't smashed the like button, please do so. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're on our way to 3K. It would help us out tremendously. We're trying to get to the 3K goal, so we could throw a nice celebration stream on here. It'll be tremendous, I promise you. So yeah, big up to you guys for coming on and checking out all the content. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on everything if you're watching this in the future, on the game, on the waffle, on the Enzo bullshit. Go ahead. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description. And as always, big up to our members. Be sure to check out the memberships. There are 4 different tiers that start at 99p, as low as that number. But if you are a member at the proper casual tier, you get a shout out at the end of every show, and that's going to go out to Suproten, M3, Adam CFC, Wasabi Meets World, Horizont, Areditar, B-Man, JC, Ishi, A Soliman, EE, Hassan Nuaz, Uncle Gestures FC, Will, OG Triple Jesus, Dark, Adrian, Pelu, Coco 624, The Danzo, Gabriel A, Adib, AK Sitid, and Joel. Big up to you guys for supporting at the tier, and big up to everyone else who is here as well, who's also a member. Use those emojis, spam those emojis in the chat. Let people know what they're missing out on by not being a member. Only 99 cents, 99p to become a member and enjoy the emojis. So if you have them, use them. But yeah, ladies and gents, we're gonna go ahead and raid out. Let me just double check that Flawless is still on. I believe we're gonna raid out to Flawless. Why is it like Flawless is the only one I've been raiding out to lately, because he's the only one up still. But hey, it's all love. We enjoy Flawless and the content he makes there. One of the hardest working YouTubers that I know. But big up to him. Yeah, he's still live, so we're gonna raid him out. And yeah, guys, copy and paste that raid message. Let him know where you're coming from. We'll see you again on Saturday for the Casually Chelsea show. And as always, have a wonderful night.
With this. You guys that tried to dunk on me a few days ago, your idol got sent off. 419. He's not playing.
Have a wonderful night. Stay casual. We'll see you on Saturday. Peace.